Good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing? How are you? How you doing today, Connor?
Not too bad, Ben. Yourself? Keeping well?
Yeah, I'm certainly recovering after my heavy night of Taylor Swifting. Areola has been dropped for today's game.
Yeah, we were just chatting beforehand about that, and it seems like another couple of changes. Areola drop. What do you make of that? I'm perplexed.
I didn't expect to see 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖 start. I'm happy. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖 starts. Wilson starts. Wilson, yeah, I mean, we were just literally talking just there before we came on air. It was Wilson's got 8 career goals against Burnley, so, and I do think he's the right kind of striker for the game. Pablo being benched, though, I'm not sure. This is all just coming to us. Like, me and Connor are only just finding this out as it pops up with you lot. But Wilson starting, yeah, I get that. Pablo being benched, that must mean we are playing a 4-4-2.
So yeah, here's the team. We have an image here on the screen now on my phone here. So
yeah,
we got I call it out.
Yeah, go for it.
Hermansen, Wan-Bissaka, 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗖, 𝗪𝗁𝗪𝗀. Wow, I can't believe 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗖 straight in there. Souček, Fernandez, Somerville, Bowen, Wilson, and Tati. Okay, so just swapped out, straight swap for Pablo, for Wilson, and obviously 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗖 for Todibo. So, and then on the bench, I might as well round out fully the bench. Areola, obviously, sorry, I skipped over. I think Hermansen's obviously in. Areola is out. Walker-Peters, Kilman, Adama, Pablo, Magasa, Scarles, Potts, and Kante. I think there was rumors that we might have been seeing the Venezuelan young fella in the squad, but he's not on the bench. But yeah,
no, I think he does need a bit more warming up. But Trudge,
100%. I'm just flabbergasted by the team, to be perfectly honest. So I wouldn't be surprised if they threw in a few more weird ones.
This is my biggest problem that Trudge has highlighted here. Burnley are a big aerial team, and we are aerially inept. And now we've taken a goalkeeper that has got us where we are in the league at the moment, has kept us where we are in the league, sorry, I should say, and benched him. I mean, there must be something. I mean, someone in the group chat has said that maybe Areola called Nuno baldy.
Honestly, something weird when it was to happen, because like the amount of point, like Areola, as we all criticized him, and I was quite pleased when Hermansen was signed towards the end of the transfer window. Not that I knew a huge amount about him, but I know he was one of our top goalkeeping targets. And then obviously he had a shocking start. But Areola's come back in. Obviously he's made a few mistakes, but like he has kept us in so many games, made incredible saves. I just don't know. Yeah, maybe spoke out something. I don't know. It's a weird one for me.
I mean, last week was completely on Nuno. That was, and I don't know if he's. I don't know if maybe Areola's said to him, "Look, you fucked us there." It wouldn't surprise me, but VAR, yeah, Tracy, they do need a VAR on that one. T-Rex arms worries me. Can't catch a fly. Catching a fly is quite difficult, to be fair, Michael.
Yeah, but yeah, I do worry for us now, and obviously we've seen what's happened before when we've thrown a loan signing who's been out in the cold straight into a team. We were talking about him the other night. Calvin Phillips comes to mind in, when you're talking about someone thrown straight in and making mistakes almost immediately, and his confidence has been destroyed. 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 is it just a matter of that he's better? Is he a better option than Kilman? But he's probably, but maybe not right now. Because of the fact that he's been out in the cold.
I mean, I'm happy that we haven't got Kilman at centre back. And again, the same thing. I wouldn't have signed Disasi if we were where we should be, but we're not where we should be. We're exactly where we deserve to be, and the reality of it is he's the kind of player that we're attracting, and we barely even fucking attracted him. But is he better than 𝗪𝗏? I think he's better than 𝗪𝗏.
In fairness, Ben, I would no disrespect, but like I think you do better at centre half than 𝗪𝗏. You know, so
I'd certainly block most of the fucking pitch.
Yeah, well, you put yourself about for sure, like, you know. Yeah, I think Disasi is the kind of type we need. Like, I know he's not a ball playing centre half, and from what I've seen of him, he is just a big, you know, lump that'll head balls away, and that's probably what we're going to need in a game like today. I just worry that he is going to be his match sharpness is going to be called into question.
It almost feels to me. So I've got all my notes here and that, and they've all just gone out the fucking window because of Nuno. But
not for the first time, I'm guessing this year. Like, it's unbelievable, really. Like,
it's not. It's not. This is why I'm not. This is why I'm a commentator, because these are, you know, the fact that Burnley like playing long balls. I'm happy that we got Disasi sitting in that centre back and not 𝗪𝗏, because Disasi will mop up them long balls. He'll break up that kind of play. He's also quite good as a ball playing centre back. As I said the other night, I was talking to a United fan the other day, and he was saying to me, when Todibo is back, Disasi and Todibo are going to be great together, a great pair. And I do see that. I do see that.
And what I would say as well is, at least we're going to get a bit of game time from. Like, I thought Disasi would come in the FA Cup. To be perfectly honest, I didn't think he would start tonight. I didn't think he was going to start this afternoon. I didn't think he was going to start on Tuesday night. Thought he would get a bit of training under his belt, play in the FA Cup, and then for, I think it's Bournemouth afterwards, Todibo's back. Disasi, Todibo be the starting pair.
Yeah.
The good thing, I suppose, is he'll get his match sharpness a bit quicker, but whether that's at the cost of us, you know, having a ropey game or two, I don't know. I believe he was training with the Chelsea first team, I believe, before we signed him. I think he was slightly called in from the complete bomb squad. I could be wrong there. So he might be a bit sharper than we give him credit for, but I do still worry big time.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking here, you know. I think Areola spoke out. We've gone really attacking. We have. Afternoon, Harry. Cheers, mate. Rumours before the window closed about Areola being critical. Of course, there was that link saying that he was possibly going to Turkey, and he's one of the club's highest earners. So I did think if he had gone, it would have really signalled that shift towards protecting financially for next season. Souček called out Nuno's tactics and still in the team. Yep. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you'd think of lineups and tactics, he ain't Mr. Miyagi. No, he's definitely not. At least I see 𝗪𝗏. Same ref from the Chelsea game. I thought he was all right in the Chelsea game, actually. What did you make of his officiating?
Yeah, I didn't have a huge problem with it, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, there was a bit of a bad taste in our mouth left with after the huge melee. Adama, like, you know, going.
He didn't have a choice, did he?
Schoolyard bully and flinging around a few of the irritating Chelsea lads. I did watch your bit that you were saying the other night around Souček's ref cam bit. It was hilarious.
Did you see it in the end?
Yeah, I did watch it. It was so good. For those that don't know, when there was the melee going on and the ref cam was shown, and Souček, we said, checking for penalty, ref, wasn't it? Something like that, real cheeky. And it was like, with a big smile.
Just a laugh. It was just the cheeky little grin from him as
delivery.
Well. It was great. It was
fabulous delivery. But yeah, so we'll probably dive more into the Disasi Hermansen, you know, double act there. For the rest of the team, like, I think you talk at length about how we're not going to be good defensively, and that's likely going to be the case today. Going forward, though, we still have, you know, Somerville. You know, he could go 5 for 5 today if all going to plan. Jar Bones into a bit of form, and obviously we've swapped out Pablo for Wilson. What are your thoughts on going forward?
Look, it's a tricky one for me, because I am an old school like football fan. I love a 4-4-2. Love a 4-4-2. So and Wilson, as we've said a number of times today, 8 career goals against Burnley. It's good. Burnley are either going to play one or two ways against us. They're either going to put a low block in, and that's where Pablo would be best, because Pablo plays better kind of in that scrappy, in a low block. He'd kind of sit behind them, like he'd sit in the pockets behind the midfield and in front of the defense, and he would just kind of find Bowen and Somerville out wide. So against the low block, I think if we come out and we see him parking the bus, then I think we'll see Pablo fairly early on. But Tatty is a little bastard. You know, we spoke about him the other week on our bastard show.
Yeah, we did.
Tatty is a bastard. And I do think if they try and press us, I do think he will unsettle the centre backs, and I reckon he'll draw a foul. I reckon he'll get someone booked. Having said that, I've got some other stats here just to bear in mind. We've been scoring some early goals recently. We've been kind of getting out there and scoring early goals. Burnley have conceded 6 goals in the opening 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I was reading something. We're the highest scoring, I think, in the opening 15, or we're certainly up there in the league. So we've been asking for it every week, get an early goal. And if they're, a bit porous early doors and we're, starting on the front foot, that could be a recipe for not a disaster, but a recipe for something that we could hopefully take an early lead and settle ourselves down. They're obviously missing a load of players as well. I know you flashed up the team there a moment ago. One that they're missing big time seems to be Josh Cullen, fellow Irishman. One that I wouldn't have seen played for Burnley a huge amount, but I was seeing played for Ireland a massive amount. So I know how important he is to them. So that's a big miss. I mean, they're missing more.
They are missing quite a few senior players. 6 key players they're missing apparently. Brozier's been a bit of a funny one for me. He just kind of doesn't seem to be. I don't know. He was like, everyone had high hopes for him, and I guess
we were rumored around him maybe a couple of years ago. And I remember my Spurs supporting buddies, and we obviously know how they're getting on today. They were all for like Brozier, love, and I was like, I'd love him as well. Seems like that big kind of physical presence. But yeah, this hasn't happened for him for years now.
No, he's a bit of an enigma. See, I always think there's always these transfer windows where we as fans, and I've done it before. We get linked with a striker, and then we go absolutely fucking mad for him. And Brozier was one of them where we were like, we've got to sign Brozier. And I was the same with him. But we've got like Adam Armstrong. We were like banging on about him, the supporters. We need to sign Adam Armstrong. And there's always these players who we like go mad for and then do our bollocks for at the end of the window when we don't get, and then they go on and just do nothing. So I mean, that's not the board looking at a player and going, no, that's not the one. That's just them not wanting to pay the fee. But we have dodged some bullets because they're tight. Burnley want Leeds to go down. If Burnley win this, they can still survive, which is true. Someone's got lost here. Afternoon, Mandy. Pablo did give us that needed energy in midfield. Without him, we're putting more pressure on Fernandes and Souček. I do think we need that outlet. I'm quite surprised that we didn't see this formation before Paqueta was sold. It's kind of... Do you remember the Leeds game where he just fucked around with the whole lineup?
Yeah.
And it made no sense. I'm trying to make sense of this. Yeah. I'm trying to make sense
I think as well, when he came in, Nuno made limited changes, and it looked like we had a fixed team. We're like, this is the team that's going to be the bar a change here or there from injury or suspension, whatever else. This is the team, and we all kind of said, here we go, solid team. Then he started absolutely effing about week in, week out. Guido would start, or you'd have someone like, it was just literally out of nowhere, total random decisions. And now we've settled again. We had since QPR, we've had our set team, and now it's arsed around again. It's a strange one. It's a strange.
The worst thing is we didn't even necessarily look bad against Chelsea until Nuno started fucking around with the team. I would have been perfectly happy to see the exact same lineup as the other day, barring Disassi in for 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗪. I don't really know. Afternoon, dads. Hi, chaps. Really happy with this lineup. Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I think I'm more just shocked than anything else. We've also got Gaza in the house. Good morning to you, Chicago. I don't know. I never get the time right for Gaza.
They're 5 or so behind. So yeah, I'd say it's morning time for Gaza.
Gaza, you'll have to get on a video with Connor when he does our over land and seas.
I've been looking for. I meant to mention that today. I'm looking to record the International Hammers Overland and Sea vid soon. So Gaza, if you're up for it, I'll definitely jump on for a couple of minutes and have a bit of a chinwag if you're up for it. I'm shocked too. I just worry about Hermansen, to be honest. I just think that's like the kind of lumping long balls, whipping a few balls in. A lot of people are happy that Areola's dropped. I don't get it personally, but everyone could tell me why they're happy. I don't know.
I'd be interested to know why we're happy. Tatty's good at linking play. I think Tatty will link the middle. Yeah, you're not wrong, 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗪 Mandy. Tatty, and the thing is, he's a little bastard as well, so he's going to cause a few issues. Hit long balls, Burnley will be pressing high. If Burnley press high, Tatty is going to have a field day. Tatty, I mean, the thing is as well, on my notes here, Somerville, the Burnley wingbacks, when they do press high, the Burnley wingbacks push really high. If we can get good diagonal balls from kind of Fernandez, because I reckon he's going to play as like a quarterback. I reckon he's gonna be sitting there, picking up the ball and then looking to spread the play diagonally out wide. If we can catch one of them wingbacks out of position, push too far up the pitch, get a good diagonal ball into Somerville, he's going to absolutely tear him to pieces. And I do think one of my hot takes for today, I think that we will get a penalty today, and I think it will be Somerville that wins the penalty.
Do you think we'll convert the penalty that we get, this hypothetical penalty? Do you think we'll score the penalty?
Bowen will score it.
The Bowen's last penalty gave me the absolute heebie-jeebies. Like, what was it against Sunderland? Yeah, the Sunderland penalty.
Yeah, but their keeper's a penalty-saving machine. The Sunderland penalty.
And he got pretty close. And it wasn't. It looked. And when you watched it back, I was like, that wasn't it wasn't the cleanest penalty in the world, but we'll take it. If we get penalties today, obviously Bowen will be our man. I assume now that I suppose he'll be our designated pen taker. I suppose from here on out. Now that Packett is gone, and his little step up, run up, little shuffle.
Yeah. That always scared the daylights out of me.
Oh no, same here. Did you see his miss the other evening?
Yeah, right in front of the goal, wasn't he?
Yeah, blazed over. Yeah. I obviously wish him well. I'm not like taking glee from the fact that he missed an open goal. I just thought it was notable.
Florentino, Romero, red card. Yeah, I was watching the United game before we came on, and actually, let me know if anyone's watching it. Let me know. Oh, it's 2-0 United there.
Is it really though? I have it here on live score. I saw it was 2-0. Is it still? It's showing up to me on live score here as 1-0.
It was offside.
It
was offside. Hermansen, if he has a bad game, Nuno will look bored of you. Yeah, I mean, he will look really stupid. By the way, I read today, I don't know how accurate it is. It sounds like something the board would do, but apparently there's a no compensation clause in Nuno's contract if we were to get relegated. Does that make him more likely or less likely to give a fuck? I don't really know.
I would say more likely. And also he did say the other day that we are staying up, so he doesn't even have to worry about that because we're staying up. So might as well just stop worrying now. We're staying up.
Yeah. I mean, he promised the other day he's going to keep us up, didn't he? So he kind of said he kind of said on a press conference, he said, "Yeah, we're gonna stay up. I promise survival." But yeah, another one here. We are unbeaten against Burnley in our last 7 games. What? How would you react? One of my notes here is we haven't kept a clean sheet in 21 games. How would you feel? What do you do if Mads keeps a clean sheet today? What do you do against United?
Well, yeah, if I suppose you could say one swallow doesn't make a summer, but I would keep it the same. You'll obviously have the benefit of obviously looking at his play, saying he might get lucky to keep a clean sheet. I don't know, but if we keep a clean sheet, the first one since was it Forest away? Was that the last clean sheet?
I think it was, yeah,
against Nuno. So yeah, I would keep the same team. I don't think realistically we have any other options bar obviously Disasi for 𝗪𝗏. I think would probably reasonably, if he's starting him now, 𝗪𝗏's out of the picture. You would have thought until we're 2-0 up with 30 minutes to go, brings 𝗪𝗏 on and we lose 3-2. That's presumably what's going to happen. Hermansen is the big question for me. I'm not sure about him at all. We'll find out. But I think that back four until Todibo is back is fixed. I don't see that changing. It's just the goalkeeper probably.
Yeah, it's definitely, I don't know. I feel like, when they say it makes you want to scratch your head, it makes me want to scratch my brain. I don't understand this. I don't understand. And the worst thing is, I see someone saying that I want the journos to ask after the game why he was dropped. He's not going to tell us. Nuno's not going to tell us why he's been dropped. He'll just say, he's an option. All our players are options. But Nuno clearly wasn't having Mads all season. And
Nuno's a goalkeeper, so you'd think he'd have a fair idea.
It's so strange. It's so strange. But I'm interested to know as well in the comments, if you get your answers in, what do you make of Disasi? Do you think, because everything's quite split on Disasi, aren't they? Because I can find positives and negatives for Disasi, but it's difficult without seeing him play for so long, unless he's got on the turf and absolutely hit the ground running, or maybe they're just trying to get their money's worth, because we are paying him an absolute king's ransom, aren't we? So
yeah, maybe in training he looked good. I don't know. I'm trying to click on grasp a few straws here. But I'd say on balance, I'm probably happy to see him in. Now you could be asking me 5 minutes in, and I might be regretting that in a big way. But at the same time, we're short of options. If Disasi makes a mistake today, would that mean that he should be dropped for 𝗪𝗏, who would also almost certainly make a mistake equally?
Yeah, I mean, and this is my point exactly. What is he better than 𝗪𝗏? I mean, I hope he don't come out and have an absolute nightmare. But I've got one for you here. Our last clean sheet was, in fact, against Nottingham Forest, as you said, and Mads was in goal.
Well, there you go.
So your new assistant manager looks like he's pulling the strings behind the scenes. Seen him a few games.
He needed to pull the strings last week, didn't he? He should have shouted Nuno down with the 𝗪𝗏 substitution, shouldn't he? Because he did that the previous week or the week or 2 weeks previous, and I was just saying, "Where's Paco? We need him to start busting heads here and stop 𝗪𝗏 coming on."
I do want to see. I do want to see. I mean, honestly, if we're 3-0 up and he brings and I see 𝗪𝗏 warming up, I want to see Paco getting him in a sleeper hold and just fucking choking him out on the touchline.
The two of them, one on each arm, have Nuno on one arm and 𝗪𝗏 on the other, drag them down the tunnel. That's what I want to see.
𝗪𝗏 might actually be a better centre back if he's been choked out, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. just being an immobile object that just things just bang off. But maybe it's something maybe it would if he got a few bangs to the head, 𝗪𝗏 might actually turn into a half decent defender from where he's been recently. Might just click. But there's something wrong in the noggin there for sure.
Yeah, it's we got new assistant manager. Disasi is an old school centre back, which comes with jeopardy. It does come with jeopardy. One of the things I like about Disasi is he's a bit of a general, and we've missed that in defence. We need a loud, if we're going to get a commanding centre back, an old school commanding centre back, then fair enough. At the moment, I saw the thing the other day that I think Anton posted on our Facebook saying, does 𝗪𝗲𝗧 improve our defence? And I commented on it saying he'd have a fucking hard time making it worse. Like, Ario must have called Nuno spam head.
That's a good one. I haven't heard that one before. I must have robbed that one.
Oh, good luck. Although, of course, I'd like to see a draw marching on together. So we got a couple. We got. This must be a Leeds supporter. I know that Nathan's my cousin. He is a Leeds supporter.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do something about all these moles, like slinking in here. You know.
Right. Do you know what? It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I can deal.
I'm only joking. I don't mind.
I can deal with Leeds supporters. I can deal with them. And
Burnley supporters, we don't mind them as equally. We did see one earlier, wasn't there? I think there's one Burnley in the chat a little earlier, maybe.
I think so. But I mean, I've got to say, actually, props to Nathan, because I actually went round his house and watched the Leeds game earlier in the season.
Oh yeah.
And my cousin, like he's married to my cousin, but my cousin, she was saying like, you were really calm. Like normally he's like all over the place, running around, jumping around and everything. But he was quite, I mean, he still celebrated, but he was very reserved. He was very reserved.
So, yeah, no, I
won't rub in my face in it.
Especially after that start they had, like I'd be flying it. And Leeds look like, I presume, oh, you missed it. You were on daddy duties, but yeah, I watched the game last night. Leeds they look way too good to go down on the and Calvert-Lewin is still fit, scoring with his chest last night. 3-0, could have been more. 3-1 in the end. So it looks like Leeds are okay, and your buddy Nathan is going to be all right.
Yeah, I think Barker again. He's turned himself around. And this is one of the reasons I actually like Leeds, because I'm a massive fan of that classic Premier League era. Like I feel like the Premier League's a lot faster and technical now, but on a whole, I enjoy the Premier League less now than I did in like the 90s.
Oh yeah, same here. Like, you know, and David O'Leary, famous Irish man as well, of course, leading that team. Before they obviously blew up completely financially, but they were fun days. I remember I was in secondary school and watching Leeds in the Champions League. Just felt mad, like, you know.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I remember seeing them I think it was in the semi-finals against, or was that
semis? Yeah,
but I remember against Inter Milan, I think. And I remember I actually saw something the other day which was quite fun, because the Leeds supporters absolutely hate Alan Smith because he obviously went to Man United.
Yeah.
But I was watching; they were in such a bad way financially. They had Man United were the only team willing to pay the entire fee up front, so he had to go.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of United, they look like they have finally got that second goal. So 2-0 now.
Yeah, wasn't reserved last night, dancing in boxers in the rain. It's spanner. West Ham in the Champions doesn't sound right. No, I agree. And this is what I mean about Leeds supporters. This is why I like them. Is that we got another Leeds supporter here who's saying, you know, West Ham in the Championship don't sound right. You know, there's some supporters that are proper shithouses, but I've not really met many bad Leeds supporters. I've got to be honest. Premier League sucks. All the rules designed to fix winners. Exactly that. And the refs and VAR. My biggest problem with VAR is that the refs will be on the pitch and they'll make absolute fucking massive mistakes. And then the next week they're in the VAR and then they're making mistakes in VAR. Like we've got the worst officials.
I just hate VAR full stop. Like I'd rather roll the dice with the ref on pitch decision, to be honest, because I think that the VAR hasn't improved the decision-making process overall. I'm sure they can make some sort of statistical claim that they've improved it, but I'd say it's marginal. And like, I think when you do have like seasonal reviews of the refereeing decision-making before VAR arrived, there was only a couple of % out it was, you know, and it just robs you of so much joy as well. And then as well, you know, the amount of times where there'll be the most, remember there was the Scarles nearly they looked at it long and hard. Now it wasn't given, but like, remember the Scarles was coming back and he flicked his finger and I was like, that's going to be a penalty. It wasn't, but like these minor infractions that nobody sees invariably will lead to, you know, sendings off, penalties, things like that, marginal offsides and incorrect offsides. Look at Forest, for example, that game with the Somerville goal, that Brighton debacle where they got that last-minute goal where there was high feet, offsides. There was about 3 or 4 indiscretions that could have been blown up for, and the goal stands, and we go from getting 3 points to 1 point. In theory, we could have 6 points more or 5 points more than we have currently if just those 2 decisions had kind of gone in our favor. So I'm just totally anti-VAR from every angle.
I think it would have been 6 points, because if we were 2 goals up against Forest, I don't see any way back.
We would have won that game, no problem.
I'm slowly trying to like dissect this, and I still can't understand Hermansen, although, like I said, he was the last West Ham keeper to keep clean sheet. But I am looking at this and I'm thinking, remember, right? So we haven't got great squad depth, right? That's off the bat. We haven't got great squad depth. Traore is not on the bench. Oh no, he is. Adama is on the bench.
Yeah, they're going with Adama. Yeah, so.
But we've not got great squad depth, right? And last week we kind of proved that. Nuno's answer was to bring on Kilman, and that was his way of changing the game. I'm playing devil's advocate. If it was me in charge of the team, which it wouldn't be because I'm just a fat bloke on a webcam, but if it was me, I think Nuno is going to try and put them to the sword early on so that they have to attack. I think he's going to try and get two or 3 early goals with Tatty and Wilson up front, because we know Wilson can't play 90. We know that.
No, sure.
Once we've got a decent lead, I think the tinkering is going to be Wilson for Pablo.
Yeah.
Bring Bowen and Somerville further, more advanced. Sit Pablo in those pockets between the defence and the midfield, and then I think we're going to play counter-attacking football, not just blocking, not just sitting back and inviting pressure. I think the change is going to be Pablo for Wilson, and then we'll start battering like that. We'll go from all-out attack. I think we're going to see all-out attack for the first 10 minutes. And then I think maybe half-time, maybe before half-time, depending on if we've got a good lead, I think then you see Wilson, Pablo switch, and then the team changes.
Yeah, I think we'll see Pablo today almost certainly, and I do think it would probably be a like-for-like swap with Wilson, but obviously he might take a slightly different role. I do. The last time I was confident or semi-confident going into a game was Wolves away, and we know how that went. So I'm hoping, because I was thinking Wolves away will bang in a couple of goals, and similar to this setup, similar fit into today, and it was game over. I don't see that happening today, but I'm hopeful that we can, go out there, put them to the sword. We've got a better lineup than we have had a couple of weeks ago. Like I do, for all the complaints we have about the transfer window, and I've got lots of them because of the lack of depth and all the rest. The team is better now than it was a month and a half ago. I think it's fair to say, especially with the 2 boys up front, although only one of them is playing today. And if you look at Burnley, do you know who their only signing was?
Yeah, James Ward-Prowse, wasn't it?
James Ward-Prowse, baby. And obviously he's ineligible today. Did you see him score a free kick for the reserves? Direct free kick. It wasn't the best. The keeper probably should have saved it, but he did score a direct free kick. But I don't think it's going to go to his overall tally. And as well, we're seeing Mandy suggesting, I think good reason. Traore could come on as well. Stretch his legs a little bit late in the day, against some tired legs. So that would make a whole pile of sense to me as well.
Yeah, Look, Traore. I mean, Damien here has. I'm just trying to have a look through the comments here. Afternoon, Damien. He has raised the point about playing Traore through the middle, and again, I wouldn't be. I mean, Traore, Tatty is going to wear out these centre backs, and Wilson can hold up the ball. I know that Damien's also said here that a lot of supporters overrate Wilson, but Wilson can hold up the ball. if Wilson and Tatty can tire out those defenders, and then I wouldn't actually mind seeing Traore for the last kind of 15-20 minutes in a central role. I wouldn't want to see Bowen coming off again.
No, nor I. But I think the way we're set up these days is almost to get the most from not necessarily our front two. It's more so to get the most from Somerville and Bowen. That's kind of how we're kind of built, so that Bowen and Somerville can come in from wide as well, get balls in the box. I think I would not be surprised one bit if we had something similar to last week, where one of or both Somerville, I know it was lucky in Bowen's goal, but like I wouldn't be surprised if they get on the score sheet at all today.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. To be fair, I'm still wrestling internally with the idea of what happens if Hermansen keeps a clean sheet, because you've got to keep him in, haven't you? If he keeps a clean sheet, you've got to keep him in.
If he keeps a clean sheet, looks good in goal, in the sense that, like, you know, isn't flapping at crosses, looks commanding, makes a couple of decent saves. Yeah, you keep him in. And like, I do think that, going back to your earlier point around, you know, how it'll look like probably Disasi and Todibo being the centre half pairing, kind of would make sense to have that kind of French connection with Areola in goal too. I'm not sure what you think about that, but I think having those three as a pairing plus goalkeeper would make a bit of sense. But we'll see if Hermansen is in just for one game as a kind of a slap on the wrist for Areola, or if it is a larger scale end of season decision. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. It's difficult to tell, isn't it? Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, there is 243 people watching on YouTube, and we've only got 74 likes. That man, and those numbers don't make good statistical sense to me. So if you can all smash that like button for us, and if you don't want to smash the like button for us because you think we're no good, then can you leave a comment and let us know what we're doing wrong that we don't deserve?
Yeah, well, listen, you're always, why are you always opening the door for this? Every week you're like, you know, slag us off and give out to us. We don't want any of the above. Keep it friendly.
Feedback, mate. All feedback is good
feedback's
feedback.
one thing. You're calling for, you know,
I might be able to get in a row with someone in the comments. I might be able to get in a row with
enough. Never in the comments is so lovely and wonderful. I don't think I could start a row.
Damien, Mandy, what do you think about Wilson and Pablo? Damien wasn't a fan of Pablo the other week, I don't think.
We got someone liked it. Thank you.
Oh, we're getting some likes, are we?
The Smith has stated that he's liked the video, so we're happy with that.
Thank you. Yous are terrible. Cheers, Damien. Thanks, mate. Cut me when I start. Yeah. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot. I gave a thumb up as Ben is my favourite on this channel. Cheers, GP. Thanks a lot, mate.
GP, what about me?
They are friendly. Yeah, what about Connor?
No, don't open the door. I'm going to get a huge amount of abuse now. That clueless lad from Ireland, like, all the Paddy jokes as well, like, you know. So leave it out.
My dad used to make this really, really bad joke about being an Irishman. He used to say, he said, when I first moved to London, I was arrested under suspicion of being a member of the IRA, and they said that I was trying to blow up buses. And when the police asked me, have you been trying to blow up buses? He said, yeah, but every time I try, I burn my lip on the exhaust pipe.
Yeah, that's typical Irish humor right there. And actually, speaking of your dad, my dad apparently has been tuning in alongside my sister on occasion. So they won't be in the chat, but if they happen to be tuned in, I say hello to you both. Almost certainly not. Maybe they just have it on mute, I would suspect. So they probably didn't hear that. Yeah. So looks like United are getting the job done anyway. Do you think there's any chance of Spurs being dragged into this mess?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
100%. That point last week is a bit of a sickener. I'd love to have seen them go back to back. That point last week was a bit of but like, they've got a rough run of form there. I think Romero could be out for 4 games. If you get 2 red cards, you get 4 games. The second red, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a 4 game ban. It mystifies me why he's their captain.
Bizarre.
The bloke's head's gone. Bloke's head's gone. To be fair,
yeah, Manny does say Spurs have big players to return. That's absolutely sure. Like they got like 10 players probably that could come in, but I just don't know when they're fit, when they're back, you know, and how long it'll take them to get match fit. Like obviously, Snake of all snakes, Kudus is obviously, you know, missing. Kulusevski, Madison, tons more, but hopefully they stay for a while longer.
Damien isn't a fan of most things, really. I will say the other week I did a breakdown video, and I get quite a lot of negative feedback on the breakdown videos. And Damien was standing up for me in the comments. Someone was like giving me grief, and he was just like, "Look, just leave him alone. Just don't watch," sort of thing. Like, so I rate that. Like, I do like that. I haven't paid anyone for anything, Nathan. You're lucky I pay you when you book the golf, mate. It's only because you book it on Keely's card that I pay. Waiting for Russ and Anton to do thumbs up joke. Yeah. Connor's my second favourite, then the oldest gods, Anton and Russ. There we go, Connor.
Bingo bango. We'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with Damien here, because at 2-0 up, I was like, I never feel comfortable as a West Ham supporter.
I texted you at half time. I said, "How do you feel?" And your response wasn't excitement at all. You were like, "If we can just fucking not, excuse my French, not brain it in the second half with Kelman and going defensive." You said, I think it was verbatim, as long as we don't go defensive, we'll be fine. And then defensive, Kelman comes on, we blow up, and we obviously know what happened the rest of the game. But how many games have, I know we've given away 18 points from winning positions, so we know a lot of games, but how many games have we been winning at halftime, feeling good about ourselves or relatively good, and then it just goes to pot? Like, Nuno can't be unaware of this trend. He can't be. Like, he must know that if when we go defensive, we can't shut up shop, we can't park the bus, we get caught every time. He must surely be aware of this. Like, it's like football is such a statistical game now. Like, how can you not even just put the numbers together? Like, I just don't want to see us bringing on Kelman, trying to shut up shop. Like, I don't even feel comfortable doing it at 3-0. Like, at Sunderland at halftime at 3-0 up, at no point, I know they got the goal back late enough, but I didn't feel comfortable at any point. I knew we were going to be, I was nervous throughout that whole second half.
I mean, as a general rule, I always just feel nervous because there's the club are what this group of lads are capable of really, really amazing things, but they're also capable of really, really stupid things. And unfortunately, I don't think Nuno is an idiot. And I mean, I think Damien said here that he mentioned it in his presser, so he knows, he's aware. He's aware that it's an issue. But I think the problem with Nuno is that he doesn't have his team with him. He's got Paco and a goalkeeping coach, I believe. But I think that's it. I don't think he's got his team around him. And I think, you know, I mean, look at Wayne Rooney when he was at Burnley, at Derby. Everyone was like, Wayne Rooney. And then he gets a job without Rosinha as his assistant manager. Now we look at the two. Wayne Rooney went on and completely fucked it. Everywhere he's been, he's fucked it. Rosinha is a Chelsea manager, you know, and he was Rooney's assistant.
What I would say is Nuno is obviously aware of it, right? But this being aware of it and not actually, you know, behaving as though you're aware of it. So, you know, what's it, the Mike Tyson, like, you know, your plans go out the window when you get a dig in the head, whatever it is, right? I'm obviously paraphrasing, but like Nuno's aware that we can capitulate and give away leads, you know, a lot of the time, right? And we're soft at the back. He knows this, right? However, how many times does he bring on, you know, Kelman? Like last week, we conceded a goal. Nuno panicked. He decided, right, we need to bring Kelman on. Yeah. So even though he's aware of it, he doesn't follow his own, I suppose, awareness. He doesn't follow his own advice if he wants to not actually open ourselves up. So I just think that my worry is today he'll see us at 2-1 up, and they get a goal, and then he goes, oh fuck, and he brings on 𝗪𝗀𝗻, tries to shut up shop, and we end up drawing or losing. That's my concern. Is I think he panics when something significant negative happens.
The thing for me as well, I love this comment, by the way, from Mandy here. Nuno has a back five fetish. The thing is for me, right, is 𝗪𝗀𝗻's not a fantastic centre back, right, and he may well be in a different system with different players around him, but for us in this West Ham system, 𝗪𝗀𝗻 is not a good centre back, but he's also not immune from criticism. His confidence. When Nuno does something stupid like that last week, it's kind of been split 50-50. We're like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's 𝗪𝗻𝗻. I don't want to see 𝗪𝗻𝗻 again. And I don't think anyone wants to see 𝗪𝗻𝗻 again. But luckily, we were kind of more Nuno's fucked us here.
Yeah.
But imagine how that would make 𝗪𝗻𝗻 feel. So Nuno's put 𝗪𝗻𝗻 in a situation to further damage his confidence. And for me, I don't want to see 𝗪𝗻𝗻 in a West Ham shirt. I don't want to see him playing in centre back. I'll still cheer for him. You know, I don't hate him. I've got nothing against the guy. I just don't think he works in our system. That's not his fault. But Nuno has taken a £40 million centre back and put him in the situation where he could look even worse. You know, and what would that do to your confidence? He's hung him out to dry there. I mean, he's made the whole team look stupid, but Nuno's defensive, so it's like asking Russ to climb a ladder when it's his job just to hold it. I'm sure Russ would climb a ladder if he needed to. 𝗪𝗻𝗻's confidence has been walloped. He must watch social media.
Yeah. I can't imagine the amount of mental strength you'd have to be someone like 𝗪𝗻𝗻 right now. Like, it reminds me a touch of Maguire a couple of years ago, where he was just getting absolute pelters from every single angle, and you can't help but that get in on you, you know. And like, I don't think 𝗪𝗻𝗻's a bad guy either. I just think he's having a really, really poor season or two ever since signing. Really, he obviously doesn't fit the profile of what we need in the team, and he's been hung out to dry, as you say yourself, by being brought in at, you know, inopportune times when the opposition has the momentum, and it's his job in theory to curb that and help us defend the lead, when in reality, you know, Nuno's already set the wheels in motion in terms of a defensive setup for the second half that we might just end up getting caught anyway. And I do hope if he sticks with us, I hope that in the whatever division we're in next year, you know, he can get a summer away, get preseason, a good preseason, or move on to another team and have a new lease of life, because I just think it's a rough card that he's been dealt. And, you know, I feel for the guy. He doesn't seem like a bad guy at all.
No. And this is the underlying thing here from Damien. It wasn't the fact that we brought 𝗪𝗻𝗻 on as a player. It was the way we tried to... 𝗪𝗻𝗻 is a manifestation of our feelings towards the negative change made in that game. We didn't need to go as negative as we did, and unfortunately, 𝗪𝗻𝗻 is just a physical manifestation of that change. That was the turning point. It wasn't his fault, but it was Nuno. It was the worst player to have put in that situation, because we could have brought on any centre back. And the way we played, it was inviting Chelsea on. We were playing with fire, and it wasn't 𝗪𝗻𝗻's fault. But you know, I feel sorry for 𝗪𝗻𝗻. 𝗪𝗲𝗻𝗺, this time last year, we were saying the same thing.
Oh, absolutely. 𝗪𝗲𝗻𝗺 was like, he was getting the exact same treatment.
Yeah, it's he's been one of our best centre backs since the end of last season, which is true. You know, so hopefully, I do hope that 𝗪𝗻𝗻 can turn it around. Could Adama be Nuno prepping to get us back up if we drop? I do think so. Todibo finally woke up as well. Todibo wasn't pulling up any trees, was he? No. And all of a sudden, he's kind of kicking on. Before social media, I guess players just laughed at a few comments and they made it bad. I like this as well from Mandy. Imagine turning up at work to the job you was once good at, and you struggle because everyone has told you you're bad at it. Yeah. Like, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. And He's we even slated Oggy for a couple of seasons. We do it all the time. We get on. People got into 𝗪𝗲𝗻𝗘 under Moyes, represented Stuyden, got his own way. Look, we're always going to do it, and defenders and goalkeepers get it the worst because they're the last line of defense. If a striker, normally, like, how many people can really pinpoint the fact that Bowen missed a sitter the other week? I mean, I haven't seen it mentioned much in the comments, but we talk constantly about 𝗪𝗀𝗻, and I'm the worst. We talk about 𝗪𝗲𝗻𝗆 when he was bad. We talk about the goalkeepers not keeping a clean sheet and stuff like that. But we forget quickly when Bowen misses a sitter because we scored anyway. You know, it just, when you're a defender, you have to be thick-skinned, a defender or a goalkeeper, because we notice when they make mistakes. It's big mistakes, and we're all waiting for the mistakes to happen. We know what's going off. We know what's going on, and we know what's going to come, and we all assume we haven't got it in us to keep a clean sheet. So when something does happen, we all jump on it, and it's just because the club's in such a negative place at the moment. It's easy to just thrive on that negative energy.
And I think as well, like, people on social media and, you know, forums or wherever, and just the media more generally, they're quicker to complain and rant and give out about someone than they are to pat someone on the back and say brilliant. You know, I think that people, their natural instinct would be to slate, you know, your center half for playing terribly, rather than patting them on the back for some, you know, clearances off the line, whatever it might be. Their natural inclination is. But then there's other players that, like, you know, Bowen and so on, where, and I think Bowen's fantastic, but like, there is players out there that, you know, nearly never have a bad thing said about them, you know. So there's people that players that seem to be immune from any criticism, and there's also players that for whatever reason have become the focal point for all criticism, even if it wasn't their fault, you know. And I think that's probably what we're seeing a lot of the time when it comes to 𝗪𝗻𝗻. Not saying it's not his fault, but like against Chelsea, he nearly kept one. Like, I know Cucurella scored with a diving header, but like, to flick that onto the bar from point blank range, like, if we'd gotten away with that, like, that would have been an incredible piece of defending. But it's just his luck that we conceded from that like less than a second later. So anyway, it's just my thought.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. And I see this, GP. 𝗪𝗻𝗻 cost 46 million. He didn't ask for 46 million. You know, Wolves were trying their luck when they asked for 46 million. We just didn't barter with them. We probably could have picked him up for about like 28. We just paid. I think he will come good second season. Happy to admit when I make bad calls. Still don't think we should have changed shape under Potter. We shouldn't. It is the bald. That's the common.
We know that. Yeah, that's for sure.
Constantly having to make up a bad decision. But I saw the other day, we're paying 3 managers at the moment.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, it's
like
wild.
800,000 a month. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous. It just shows how poorly run we are, you know.
Oh,
and I think I see here 𝗪𝗻𝗻's personality is a problem for me. I think that the personality is that he doesn't have kind of that leadership quality to him. Yeah. He doesn't seem to be a very communicative individual. He seems to be quite a reserved type of guy. You can even see it when he's off the pitch kind of interviews or, like, you know, behind the scenes stuff that you see of him. He does seem to be quite almost like a meek kind of guy. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, we know we're lacking in leadership. Like, nearly all of the players on the pitch, captain included, aren't exactly that kind of vocal energy on the pitch. We've obviously
lacked the captain.
Yeah,
he was the captain of Wolves, though, wasn't he?
That is true. Yeah, that is very true. But, you know, I suppose maybe he was letting his football do the talking a bit more back then.
It was the players around him that made him better, to be fair. Lewis Skelly valued at 40 million euros, where he was at 40 million euros. Kaduro was better than both in the youth team. Final Luton 1 million loan with an obligation. Latest example, the bald are fucking idiots, mate. The the patients are running the insane asylum, unfortunately. And again, you know, Gary getting banned for 3 games for putting a poster up saying that he, you know, telling them to sell up. It's just, they don't do themselves any favors, the board. They don't read the room. They don't read the room.
The amount of own goals they score is just frightening.
Skelly has played in the press for England, though. Yeah, you're right. They know what they're doing. They don't know. That affects his price, which is true, which is very true. He's been managed well. It's very, very, very true, like how much that international kind of records will show you. I'm quite excited for, and I really don't like Arsenal, but I'm really excited to see Max Dowman, like what he's going to turn into. I really think I did like a profile on him a while ago, just for me, just geeking out, doing a little scout profile on him, and he has got all the stats, all the attributes to really make a big move. I actually feel kind of bad for Kilman. Yep. I can't tell which brother is which, but banning a YouTuber is only making them look bad. Yeah, it is bad. It's just a sign. It's just a sign. And all it said was name your price and we'll sell up. And yeah, they probably have resold their seats to Liverpool supporters or something, some fucking tourists. Which actually, you know, that's the thing that annoys me most about the board is that, like, kind of last time I went to a game, there were Arsenal supporters. We played Arsenal, and there were Arsenal supporters in the home end.
Yeah,
we have got a director of football. His name is David Sullivan. But
what's the story with Noble these days? We see him. We hear much about him these days?
Me and Russ were talking about him on the deadline day stream.
Good.
He has been making recommendations, and he's responsible for players like Josh Landers coming to West Ham, and then Cummins coming from Celtic. You know, he is looking, and he's kind of doing that director of football role for the academy. Yeah. He's convincing young players to come to West Ham, which is why, you know, we're about to sign this young lad from
Spurs, is it?
From Spurs. Apparently, Mark Noble is responsible for 𝗪𝗲𝗄𝗏. Apparently,
that's still the weirdest. Like, how do you even scout a player out there? Like, it just seems so random.
I mean, Mark Noble 100% is playing. He's playing thingy. He's definitely playing Football Manager.
Absolutely, like, you know, some random like Venezuelan like league, and like if he turns out good, and like, you know, it'll be great. Obviously, because it's a complete free hit as well. Like, he costs like next to nothing. So a bit of luck.
I'll be interested to see, but Mark Noble actually, I can't remember his name. 𝗪𝗫𝗪𝗪, I think his name was. He's a central midfielder, African lad. He's absolutely looks fantastic, and he's gone somewhere else in France. I think he's gone to Marseille or something now. But he basically went, and Mark Noble said, right, let's pick him up. Let's have a look at him. And then and now he's gone to a much bigger team. You know, it's like, well, bigger, not bigger in stature, but they're further up the league. They're in a better position than us. But yeah, you can use a site called Who Scored, gives you a breakdown of stats. I've had a look on Who Scored before, and some of their stats are a bit skewed. Stats are a difficult one because some stat websites use certain things. They use certain metrics. So what constitutes a shot on target for one website won't be a shot on target for another. It depends. Some of them will say if the goalkeeper's forced into making a stop, and if the goalkeeper isn't between the ball and the goal, then it's a shot on target. But then that doesn't take into consideration if it's a cross or anything. So it's good if you want to have like a little look at just players who are you know, if you just want a quick look at a player and kind of get a picture of them, you can get that. But yeah, the good ones are behind a paywall. I think they are 𝗪𝗪𝗀. I use 𝗪Scout, which is very, 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 very expensive. And they, but it is great if you're an amateur scout. But barring that, you know, Football Manager, I reckon, Football Manager always got their finger on the pulse. They've always got it. But I reckon that's where Mark Noble as well. I reckon he's getting paid to sit in his boxer shorts in his apartment playing Football Manager. But we're definitely.
And you were mentioning a few minutes ago, and I know we've lost a couple of like 𝗪𝗲𝗄 and to Utrecht and 𝗪𝗲𝗄, I believe, as well. Last to Luton, was it? But you mentioned Landers. It was, you know, did you do a piece on Landers recently, or were you talking about Landers recently? Does he look the part, or does he look like he could step up in the next year or two, or what do you think?
I don't know if he could step up in the next year or two. The problem we have, I was talking to Russ about this the other day, is our academies play different style of football to our first team.
Yeah.
So Callum Marshall, great player, but he can't play isolated up top on his own. He just can't. He doesn't fit our system. You know, Landers, Cummins, again, they look good, but they wouldn't really fit our system at the moment. We've just got, I don't know, most of the good academies play the same way as their first team, so that you're building the profile of player you want. But that is if you've actually got a project on the go. We don't have a project. We just blindly pick managers up left, right, and centre.
We flip flop all the time. Like, you know, like we could in the summer decide that we're going to have a across the board standard of our footballing philosophy. Start the season poorly, get a new manager in, that goes out the window. You know, you actually have to be able to have a contingency plan where if X manager goes, you keep on the same path. You know, which is not what's currently happening, obviously.
It's one of them things. I don't know. We got some absolute madman keeps joining the chat and just like absolutely plastering the walls.
What's been said? Like, is it offensive?
I've just banned him twice. I'm as bad as David Sullivan now. There was one he came on saying wet spam, cheese melt, and then he said, "Who wants Big Barry?"
It's lost on me, I must say. But anyway,
absolute madman. But yeah, I think I'd be less bothered with, like, you know how like I always moan about we all wanted a progressive manager and then the board brought in 𝗪𝗲𝗄𝗧. I honestly wouldn't mind if the board turned around and said, we play defensive football, it's worked for us, it's won us a trophy, we're going to play that David Moyes style of football, but we're gonna build the club around that ethos. We're gonna build the club that way. So if they said all of our youth level teams are going to play defensively, and we're gonna really focus on progressing defensive players, and we're going to try and pick up players who can play on the counter, strikers that can play isolated, quick players that fast. If we start to do that and we start to buy in players like we kept like an 𝗪𝗲𝗄𝗧 or someone in the team, and we were kind of building around that kind of defensive player, then I wouldn't mind as much. I honestly wouldn't mind if they said, look, listen, lads, we're going to play shit football for the next 25 years, but it's going to yield results. This is the plan, and we're going to stick with it. I'd rather that than seeing this scattergun. We'll pick this manager, we'll sign this player, we'll have this director of football, and we'll fuck him off after a couple of windows. I would much prefer to see. I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say about Tim Steiten, but I would rather have seen him here, let him see out 5-6 years, let him build the team, let him get Sullivan away from it, let him take the reins, and then, you know, I don't know whether Sullivan is trying to, in Sullivan's eyes, if he's trying to protect the club, is fine, but he's making himself look like a dick while he's doing it, because it doesn't look like he's protecting us. It looks like he's micromanaging. And if we got Steiten, if we had Steiten and we were fucked after 5-6 years, then Sullivan could say, do you know what? We'll fuck him off. Look at what we've got here. This is what we have left from him. He's done nothing for us, so I've moved him on. Whereas now we look at him and think this is just Sullivan meddling.
Yeah. I remember that summer so well. That Tim Stein summer, like, and we were all getting. There was all pretty excited, like, and there's a few, result like Wan-Bissaka came in that window. There was a few duds in there, obviously, but I remember the excitement. Everyone was thinking like we'd won the window and we had such an exciting year coming up and didn't quite get a plan.
How many bad signings did Fergie make though? The broken clock is right twice a day. He's seen as one of the best wheeler dealers, the same as Harry Redknapp. But we always think about, like, there's so many good signings that these managers make that we forget the bad ones.
Yeah. I was listening to a podcast recently and they were talking about not the January window, but just signings more generally. And like you think of all the massive big money signings this year that have been absolute disasters. Like, like Gyökeres, maybe a disaster, but like certainly hasn't been amazing. You look at now I know he's injured, but you look at new Liverpool spending across the board. A lot of those players have been duds or haven't lived up to expectations. I just think that signings at the moment is, even if you're in the higher budget realm, I think it's very hard. Like there's very few sure things in football these days, I think.
But that is why a director of football is important, because they get that. Like, look, someone pointed out to me the other day in my breakdown, someone made a comment about, here's a man that's never played football at a decent level. I haven't. I know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know, and that's absolutely fine. People have got their strengths, but I could honestly, if I was in a situation where I was given the opportunity to scout players for a club, I could find players that would work. I could, like, I'm confident in my ability to analyze players and to find the right fit, the right mold. So, and that's just me as an amateur. So Tim Stein must be on crack compared to me. So he would know. He would have the inside track on everyone, and he's got a team working underneath him of geniuses, like the other lad that's still on board. But we could absolutely, he would have known where to pick up these young. He wanted that lad from Portugal, that young lad from Portugal that Brighton ended up signing.
Oh yeah.
And we made an absolute pig's ear of that deal. He will get them wrong. They will all make them. They'll all get them wrong. It's impossible. Like, you can make your best guess when you're trying to play someone, but you can't guarantee success. But he would have a better chance of choosing a successful player than David Sullivan or anyone else.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I suppose we're getting down to crunch time now. 7 or so minutes before kickoff. What are you thinking scoreline today? What's your prediction?
Before the lineup, I had West Ham 2-1. I had Bowen to score, and I had Tati to score. But I'm not sure.
To see where this is going.
I'm not sure. I still feel positive. I think
we'll win today. I think I'm going to put it out there. We're going to win today. I know I predicted a clean, I suppose, a clean sheet there a few weeks ago. I'm not predicting a clean sheet, but I would like a 1-0 win, clean sheet, would fill me with some amount of joy today.
Yeah, it's
obviously 3-0, 4-0, even better. But like, if we could just grind out a 1-0 win today, that would be phenomenal.
It is. It's always difficult to see. There we go. Gaza 3-1 to the Cockney boys. Yep, I'd love to see it. Good luck, guys. Hope you guys get some sort of result. But Burnley 2-1. Fucking Leeds.
Come on, Nathan.
Who wants them anyway?
Yeah, ban Nathan.
Yeah, I'll ban him. 3-0. 3-0 half time, 3-2 full time.
Yeah, that sounds about right, Michael. I think you're onto one there. Like, that's been the way of it. But if we can still get the 3 points though, while being absolutely brutal in the second half, I'd take it.
Yeah, I do. I see us taking the lead, but Burnley equalising, us scoring a winner. That's how I see it going. I think probably looking at I think we're looking at Somerville and Bowen goal scorers. But
I think Somerville's guaranteed to score today. He's like his confidence couldn't be higher. He is. I'm backing Somerville to smack one in.
But I mean, I've been making my doodles, and I've got here. If we can go 2 goals up, I do think we'll change that shape. Pablo will come in for Wilson, and we'll sit deeper, but not completely back off. Yeah. And I do think that Fernandez is going to be looking to spread the ball wide to Bowen or Somerville, play a 1-2 with Pablo, or Pablo to hold the ball up while the rest of the team come forward. So I do think if we can take a 2-goal lead, I think we're going to put them to the sword today.
What are the odds of Disasi scoring from a corner?
Shall I have a look?
Disasi anytime goal scorer, also Disasi first goal scorer. You know what? I think I told you the other night. I had Calvin Phillips in his first game. I had Calvin Phillips. I think I had a 5 on him first goal scorer, which he nearly did, but it was nearly an own goal. What's Disasi? Did he even have odds on him?
First, right, we've got anytime goal scorer 9-1.
9 was 9.
9-1, yeah. First goal scorer 22-1. 12-1 to score a header.
Well, it's presumably not going to be with his feet, you would imagine.
Yeah, you'd imagine. There is one here. Match corners over 9.5 corners in the match is 5-6.
That seems likely.
Yeah, West Ham. We got a sure bet builder here. West Ham to win, Wilson to score, and over 8 corners.
What's the odds on that?
What are the odds on that? Yep. Let's have a little look. You all right, mate? Kids slithering around in the back. They're knackered after that Taylor Swift thing last night.
Was it any good?
It was all right. I mean, it's Taylor Swift, but the fire alarms went off and we got evicted. We evacuated. We got evacuated and we're just standing outside in the pissing rain, and the kids were like scared. Some woman had to come in and get me. I was having a piss, and she's like, "Oh, we're evacuating the building." And I was like, "That's good. I'm just gonna finish my piss. I'm not gonna piss myself and panic over a bit of it. Like, it's clearly the smoke machines, you know."
Yeah.
That was. Oh, here we go. This is looking good. West Ham win. Callum Wilson score any time. Over 8.5 match corners. Disasi to have 1 or more header on target is 18-1.
Can I tell you about a bet builder that I won the other day? I'll get it up here, right? I had a free €2.50 bet builder, right? And this is against Sunderland. I had over 2.5 goals, Crescencio Somerville to score, both teams to score, and West Ham to win. And my €2.50 free bet got me €42.94.
Oh, check you out. Beers are on you, Connor.
Absolutely, yeah. So,
but do you know what? That covers your donation for me. You made.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. You must put that again now. When is the marathon?
That's Life Paying Forward. April. I don't remember the exact date, but thank you to everyone, by the way, in the chat that has donated towards my epilepsy society, towards the marathon that I'm running in April. I've got to wear a very ill-fitting epilepsy society jersey, but I'm going to have my West Ham shirt on underneath. And for anyone in the chat who doesn't know, yesterday Russ predicted we were going to keep a clean sheet, and I've assured Russ that if we do keep a clean sheet, when I do my breakdown Monday morning, I'll do it wearing one of my wife's bras.
Well, if you're getting abused last week for your breakdown, think of what abuse you're going to get this time around.
Oh, I love it.
Damien won't be. I don't know if Damien will be coming to your defense this time around.
Oh yeah, no, Damien will be there to back me up. He was there. He was there last week. I couldn't believe it. The guy was like, "Oh, this is someone who's never played football at a good level," and I was like, "Do I look like someone who's like? Is it my athletic build that's making me look like an ex-pro or something?"
I think it's fair to say everyone in this chat, everyone here has not played football to a high level. I think it's fair to claim that, like, you know.
Yeah. It's.
Is there any owners, any pros in the chat there? Like, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, it's I'd be surprised if there are any. But mind you, I said the other day, Russ had 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗃𝗃 in his TikTok live the other day.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's great stuff. That is a future West Ham captain as well. That is.
I'm looking forward to him now. Yeah, he'll be great now. You nearly came on.
Right, come on, fuck off now. Go on, fuck off now. Go on.
Here he is.
You've chatted on too much. Go on, fuck off. Thank you.
See you later, guys. Enjoy the game.
There we go. God bless the boys. If you want to cut it, they've gone. As I said, if they want to come back, they can come back at half time. Russ of the West Ham Network, welcome, people. I am here. Do not adjust your sets. Russie B is here. Thanks for joining the boys. Very, very good as per usual. And don't forget, we're going to be a couple of seconds probably behind you guys, just because that's the way the internet works. So West Ham are kicking off right to. They just want to say it. They've set up in a 5 at the back. Well, 𝗪𝗀 anyway. Don't know if that's the case, but anyway, they've set up now. We're off and we are ready. Yeah, they just all before they kicked off, 𝗪𝗀 had dropped into the back 3. Keep an eye on that, but I don't think it's going to be the case. Hopefully, it won't be the case. Evicted. Ben, if you want to hang around, come back at half time, let me know, man, and just jump on. So here we go, must-win game as per usual, my friends. And Burnley are just playing it around the back. Only 30 seconds gone. I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can do it so I can not look at the. Oh fuck it, don't matter. Trying to be clever, so I don't have to look at the script. Look, I'm looking at you, lovely people. Don't forget to keep your comments in throughout the game. 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗛 first touched the ball in a West Ham shirt, and they spray it down the board. Yeah, definitely pushing almost. I want to say a 4-2-4. It looks a bit like 4-2-4 really at times. It's a slightly. I mean, yeah, but hey. Summer versus Walker. I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Hammers chat giving away. Yeah, whatever. Gonzo would never give away his pinball machines, and he's not even on it. It'll be Gio, won't it? So there we go. So that's a load of bollocks, isn't it, GP? We'll be giving away some stuff at half time. We'll actually be giving away some books. There's a new photo. You might have seen it if you're on the preview show and stuff. I might show some pictures at half time. It's a new book around the last game at the bowling, done by our friends Simon Green, who's the Brewdog DJ. Well, was the Heineken bar DJ, but he's a photographer, massive West Ham fan. He's only taking 10 years to get the fucking book out, but anyway. And it's a really nice book, like all ring bound, A5. I think it's 100 and something of photos all through the day of the last game at the bowling. Although no pictures of me, despite the fact I was right next to him. What a fucking liberty. Anyway, West Ham playing around, 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗧𝗖𝗛 again. On the left of the two, clearly doesn't like Kilman, you know. Clearly, Mads Hermansen in goal. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's an injury as such because what's his face is on the Ariola's still on the bench, isn't he? Yeah, he's on the bench. So I don't think it's a. I think there's a tactical thing for some reason. Anyway, Bowen's got the ball. He's got the ball down the left hand side, right hand side, and it's out for a West Ham corner, just in line with the Burnley box. The Burnley box. Wan-Bissaka's going to take the throw on. I'm confident today. Is there any West Ham stuff you have, Russ, that you would never sell? I don't really have a lot of West Ham stuff, to be honest. Bowen tries to get the ball into the box. Nothing happens there. Gets cleared out. Slight chip on Bowen. Refs allowed play to go on. Long ball, but Hermansen's very quick out and clears that. That's what I do like about Hermansen. He does play like a true sweeper keeper. Now, I don't really have any West Ham stuff. But I tell you what I do have, which I bought for Anton for his birthday, which was... one of Canning Town Len's paintings, but of Declan Rice lifting the conference trophy. And that was a week before he left for Arsenal. So I've still got that, which I probably won't sell because I'll get Deck to sign it and then I'll probably keep that. But yeah, everything else, I don't really have anything. We've got all these stuff, but I wouldn't sell them necessarily. But although my one did fall down, but I did, as promised, stick it back up. It's stuck back up, my friends. As I said, I would do it. Ask and thou shall be forgiven. Wrong games between the goalkeeper. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm sure there'll be questions behind it. Not sure what those questions will be, but there we go. Rush, do you regret buying that West? No, never. Never regret that. No regrets. 𝗪𝗏𝘂 again. 𝗪𝗏𝘂 to Fernandez. Fernandez little outside right poke to 𝗪𝗏𝘂 𝗪𝗏𝘂. Sweeping ball to Diouf. Nice first touch. And then Jimmy's on. Jimmy's off. Jimmy's off. Not enough pace on the ball. Tried to cut through to Bowen. Didn't quite work. Now Burnley on the attack. I don't really know who the Burnley players. It's really bad. So number 10 for Burnley. Any ideas? Me neither. A little bit of interchange in there for Burnley. Bowen's done very well there, dispossessing the ball. And now Bowen's on the attack, a little bit isolated, but he manages to get it, dink a little ball to Somerville. Somerville versus Kyle Walker-Peters is going to be quite an interesting, Kyle Walker rather. He got pushed down. Ref's giving it a goal kick. That would have been a very, very light penalty. What happened? What TF happened to the under-21s? Must be the worst game of the season. It wasn't a very good game at all. I don't know. In all honesty, I do not know. It was a very poor game. Fulham had a guy up front who was playing, who they've just signed from Bayern Munich, who scored 2 or 3 goals. And so, yeah, it was a tricky one. But they were, not very good at all. That was been undefeated for the last 10 or so games. But they play 2 games next week at home. On Wednesday, they play Anderlecht, which won't be a 4 under-21s, it'll be more 18s. And then on Friday, they play Leicester City. And then the following week, they've got the Tamworth game in the National League Cup. I just thought it was a bit of a weird game. Just a bit weird. And obviously, it was the day after the whole... and there was no Isra Mayers. Obviously, he was called up for the first team. Edris is still injured. We do look a bit light at the moment for the under-21s. Any players that just call Dave? Yeah. Well, funny enough, when I once did the match announcing for a game against FC 𝗪𝗂𝗀𝗪, I asked on the press office at West Ham, what's this player's name? What's this player? And they didn't know any of them. Didn't know any of them at all. And there was no one there for 𝗪𝗂𝗀𝗪. I don't think it was pronounced 𝗪𝗂𝗪𝗀𝗪, to be honest. But I just made it all up and just said it with enough conviction. And people really didn't give a shit. It's really so. And there is the photographer himself, Simon. I said we'll be giving away a couple of these books. They're due to be with me very, very shortly. It's just been released. And you've seen we did a little sort of promo for the preview game and the starting 11 game with Simon and his details and all that stuff. It's a cracking book. And we've got a few stills. We'll show some stills at half time. And as I said, we'll give away a couple of these books as prizes. It's a shame Fabs is injured. I trust him more than any other goalkeeper. Yeah. It is, but he is injured, and he's been injured for a long time. Hence why, the likes of Finn Herrick haven't been called up to 20. They've stayed in the first team for that exact reason. They haven't gone out on loan, because there's still a lot of issues with him. It seems with Fabianski. I mean, it's a 1 year extra deal. I can't see him staying on much longer. Books will make idle Christmas. Yes, Easter or Valentine's Day. Got Valentine's Day coming up, and then you got Father's Day. Mads Hermansson. What happened number 10 there? That was a bit weird. Went to pull out and nothing happened there. This was a nice bit of... What's going on? 28, there we go. 𝗪𝗏𝘂𝗪𝗏𝘂 does well to muscle the muscles. I think it was Jaden out the ball. Cleared by Diouf. Yeah. Father's Day as well. All good books. And obviously don't forget, You Never Take the East End is now out live on Spotify. So get down and download it and watch it on the YouTube channel and stuff and get it going. Russ, you never get them out for Valentine's Day, Russ. Well, what are you talking about? Never get my stuff out for Valentine's. I love a bit of Valentine's Day. Although somehow I ended up having to buy two of everything for Flo and Joe. But anyway, regardless of that, 𝗪𝗏𝘂𝗪's got the ball. Nothing much has happened, in all honesty. 8 minutes gone. West Ham 0. Burnley 0. West Ham 0. Obviously, Man United beating Spurs. Poor Spurs. And now with what's the name out on a... is it 3-game ban he's got? Is it a straight red? I didn't see. Another defeat for them. And obviously we play Man United on Tuesday, who are looking very good at the moment. But you never know. It was a straight red. So 3-match ban for Romero. Doesn't help them. I'm back. 4-game ban. It's his second red. Fucking hell. plus everything else. Let's go, Russ. Yes, Fappy. Wetty Fap, yes. Let's go. Let's have it. Come on, you Irons. Come on, Mads. Yeah, I thought Mads had a decent game against QPR. So, yeah, fair play. Give him a chance. He sort of was a bit indecisive there where the ball came through. But, yeah. Who would have thought Mike Carrick would be a good manager? Indeed, indeed. And obviously, whether it's a dress rehearsal for him to get in the job full time, whether Man United decide to go down that route, or whether they decide to appoint a Galactico type manager, it does put Carrick back in the shop window, doesn't it, in the summer? Hashtag just saying. Anyway, West Ham got a throw-in just in line with the Burnley, and I'll be saying that a lot just to piss people off. Burnley box. The smallest shin pads that gentleman has, it literally looks like they're about that big. How do people get away with that anymore now? Ball in the middle. Oh, Wilson tried to get a touch on it, but it's been kicked out for a West Ham corner. Just a couple of 10 minutes, that was kicked out by Humphreys, the number 12. You're learning. We're learning as we're going through. He did. Well, it was only a couple of games, wasn't it, really? It's a bit more prolonged now. But it just shows you what a good... I think he's a good manager, and I think, one day I could see him be a West Ham manager, in all honesty. Right, corner to West Ham. First corner of the game taken by Crescencio Somerville. Nominated for the Player of the Month for January. 2 right, 4 in 4. Can he make it 5 in 5? Let's hope. Nice cross. Oh, it was a good one. And no one can get the ball away, but it was a nice cross. Nice corner into the danger zone, into the corridor of uncertainty. But, yeah, no goal. No goal. And out for a West Ham throw-on. Mateus Fernandes. Well, how well has he been playing the last few games? I don't think it's a coincidence that we started clicking. And he's been playing well. Somerville's been playing well. And obviously, there's no Brazilian there anymore now. It does seem to be making a massive impact. Massive impact into the team. Thanks for joining us also as well. Disasi to Souček. Souček holds it really well. Nice ball to Somerville. Bit hard, but Somerville did well to not give the ball away. Goes out to Diouf. Where's he going to go? Back to Somerville. Oh, offside. There we go. That was fun. Tempe, coil and tape. That's shim. But honestly, I don't know how they get away with it. I really don't know how they get away with it. Surely someone's going to... They're showing it now. It literally looks like a plaster. It's a bit of fabric. It's literally like a thick plaster. Honestly, yeah, exactly. It used to be so cool if you had the ones with the ankle bits on and the strap underneath and the big in it, and with the I used to love that. There we go. Sorry about that. My internet's got a bit funny today. Gary's kindly gifted 5. And best score? Yes! Crescencio Somerville, as predicted. 5 in 5 for the man. Ball came through. Great goal. And Crescencio Somerville makes it 1-0 West Ham. What a bloody good goal. The man is on fire. You cannot keep a good man down. Assassin's Creed again. What a goal. Crescencio Somerville. Ball came straight through. Great. Almost a striker's finish, in all honesty. And it's 1-0 to West Ham over Burnley. 12 minutes gone. We've got something ridiculous in terms of goals scored in first half in the Premier League this year. One of the best. Ball came through. Let's have a look. Wilson. No, then Mateus. Mateus looks it. He's got the right option. He could have gone to Tati, who was offside. Went to Somerville, who takes it in stride and dinks over Martin Dubravsky. And what a goal. Great first-time finish. Great dink. I'll have that all day. I'll have that on toast. Thank you very much, Crescencio Somerville. Indeed. Good old Jimmy. And again, keep spoiling. I'm not that far behind. I don't think I'm that far behind. We'll take that. We'll take that 1-0. Crescencio Somerville. 5 goals in 5 games. You cannot keep a man down. This is the Crescencio Somerville we spent all that money on. And we're going to be spending another £4 million by the sounds of it if he's going to get called up to the Holland squad, which he probably will be for the Marseille, the March international breaks. Get in there, my son. Somerville, 1-0 West Ham. Start as we mean to go on. That's it. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, my friends. This is all good in the hood. This is what we love to see. Really, in all honesty, are one of our first attacks of the game. Michael, it's Wolves are 1-0 down against Chelsea. What a surprise. What a surprise. What a surprise. Yeah, very clever goal. It was indeed. 14 minutes gone. West Ham, Burnley 0, West Ham 1. Come on, you Irons. Let's be having you. Let's be having you. Burnley have got the ball back in the middle. And Burnley are taking it around the keeper. Around that good defending by 𝗪𝗲𝗀. No, that was Mateus. 𝗪𝗲𝗀, my apologies. Nice one. Well done, Mav. Hermansen claims, bit of a strange claim, but I'll take that. We'll take that. I think he's knocked out one of our players. Well done, man. He's knocked out Diouf by the looks of it. Fantastic. Fantastic, Hermansen. Absolutely brilliant. Fucking hell. Jesus. Oh, he comes straight through and basically chests Diouf to the ground, but had to get the claim. Decent claim. Take that. Well done, boys. And as I say, before we started, Gaz had gifted 5 thingamajigs. Why was that? I want to put that on the thing. Well, let me put it on the thing. But anyway, Gary, thank you for your 5. They've got the 15 minutes. They've got the they've got the red cards which have been picked up. That's what I'm saying. They do that. You can circumnavigate the banner idea. Anyway, West Ham are 1-0 up. Did you say Paqueta missed a sitter? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Summer Hammer of the Year. Well, he's getting that way, isn't he? I think, to be honest, him or right, I'm just trying to see if we've got a decent picture of that. It was a great goal. Superb. Well, sorry, let me turn this off. It's a bit annoying. Let's see if Diouf's okay. He might be getting what's that? The protocol. But they'll no doubt be showing that goal again. Great finish. It's a superb finish. Really good finish. This is the Somerville that we spent all that money on. In it. This is the Somerville we want. Yeah, great. 5 in 5. Absolutely superb. Superb. Loving it. We're loving it like this. Diouf, he looks like he's okay. He looks like he's just going to be on the... get a couple of minutes or 30 seconds in it on a thing. Yeah, should be all right. He'll be all right. Don't worry about that. Good afternoon, Andy. Hope you're well. Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for joining us. Just retarded swing nuts. Yep, you're good to go. Anyway, Burnley on the attack, ball in the box. Hermansen, I don't know what the fuck happened there. Jesus, oh dear, he's looking very dodgy at the moment. I think he went to punch it or catch it, and he punched it at the same time. Yes, not the best. Oh, actually, no. I think to be honest, I think that was what's his face. I think that was 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗺. I think 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗺 was a bit not particularly well communicated. Ball in the box again. Clearly, that's going to be what they're going to try and do today, is put lots of ball in the boxes for West Ham to try and defend without a shadow of a doubt. That is their tactic. And, with Mads, I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest. What have we got here? Is that Hannibal? Yep, he's got the ball. 28. I know that one. I know Hannibal. They're playing it around the back. Not really much happening, to be honest, at the moment. I think a lot of people are in shock that we actually have just scored another goal. So there we go. And obviously with Nottingham Forest's game yesterday, could put us back to 3 points, really, which would be absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Jimmy Somerville scored. Jimmy found. Oh no, sorry, not for about West Ham. Sorry, Hermansen's always going to be nervous at the centre backs. Yeah, particularly new centre back as well. You know, the likes of obviously 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗪 back now. You know, but no, great to see. Great to, and I'm sure. Hopefully, someone will have a question and ask a question about the decision. There hasn't been much on Twitter about why they decided to put Hermansen in goal. Yeah, I mean, ball in the box and Burnley. Fernandes does really well to get rid of the ball. Ref's getting it for a foul. From Florentino. Good old Florentino. As I said, at half-time, we'll give away a couple of Simon Green's books of the last game at the bowling. We'll show you some of the pictures as well. It's fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant book. As I said, he's taken him 10 years to fucking sort it out, but regardless of that. He's okay. He had a knock, really. Okay. Yeah, 4 points for goal difference, but look, goal difference is it will come down to if you win, obviously the goal difference is going to improve anyway. So yeah, maybe he called him Baldy. Anyway, long ball by Hermansen from the free kick. Burnley have cut that out, playing it around the back there. He tried to pull it forward. Good defense. Well, he does well. Mav to stop him, although he doesn't win the ball. They're playing it around the middle. Fleming's giving it to the centre half. Estev, I like Estev, good play. Try a through ball there. Well cut up by Spider-Man. Little dink over by Fernandes. Lovely little dink over if Bowen gets it. Unlucky. Estev does really well then. I really like him as a player. I'd like him at West Ham. And we were linked to him, weren't we? A bit earlier on today. I think last season we were linked to him. I thought he was a really good player. Very, very good. Anyway, they're on the attack. Hannibal goes out wide. They've got a lot of injuries, haven't they, as well? A lot of injuries. They're trying to get the ball in the box once again. It's gone right over everyone's head. That was a really poor cross there to Edwards. I know Marcus was a good player. From, was it Sporting Lisbon? Yeah, I think it was Sporting Lisbon beforehand. Scott Park on the touchline. He's got a coat like I've got, like a roadman coat. How exciting. Anyway, Disasi with going to take a little silly goal kick. Burnley actually inadvertently probably made it a better goal kick for us because it came off the top of his head, but regardless of that, they're playing it, not much happening, playing around the back. Villa 1 up, they're away to Bournemouth, aren't they, today? That's not a bad result for us. Bournemouth have found a bit of form recently. I think Disasi isn't a great ball player, and Hermansen can play with the ball, whereas doesn't. Yep, indeed. I think Areola last game had 45% pass completion rate, which was the worst in the Premier League, which you don't really need from your goalkeeper, in all honesty, do you? Areola told him to stop overworking him with his tactics. Okay, there we go. Stam, come on, says WH. Would you be able to get Parker for an interview about West Ham days? Probably when he's not Burnley manager, then yes. In all honesty, because that doesn't work other way, unfortunately. It's very rare you get a currently serving manager. Although we might get Kevin Nolan soon. Actually, thinking about it, so but it's a bit different. Northampton Town, Cobblers. No, it's true. 1-0 West Ham. All good in the hoods. We're enjoying it so far. I'll take that all day to the bank. All day to the bank. We'll take that. It's 22 minutes, 23 minutes about to pass. It's Burnley 0, West Ham 1. Question to some of you after about 12 minutes. Good goal. One for good to watch a match of the day if you win the game. Nice striker's goal. Really was a striker's goal. Diouf clears their ball. Souček, nice little touch actually. I tell you what, Souček's passes got so much better recently. So much better. We're about 88% pass completion, pass accuracy, 60% possession for West Ham, 40% for Burnley. Somerville gets upended there by Florentino. And and he gets a yellow card. What a shame. Couldn't happen to a nicer fella. Couldn't happen to a nicer fella. Anyway. Still playing around the back. Not much is happening in all honesty. It's almost like they've given up a little bit at the moment. In fact, I'm just putting up the picture of Somerville, and there's a great guy who looks a bit like me, who just looks really pissed off. Big Burnley fan. I'm going to leave that in there. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Anywho, very good. Don't want to speak too early, but Burnley looks slow. Both teams look nervous. Be nice to watch match. It certainly would be nice to watch match of the day for a change, wouldn't it? It certainly would be. I think it's the clinical nature of West Ham is the only reason really here. Apart from that, nothing else has been happening the whole game. To be fair, Hermansen's looked a bit dodgy. That's the trouble. It's like with 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧. When 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧 was playing for a while, there was a period of time where because we thought he looked nervous. He always did look nervous. Maybe he didn't, but we sort of went, oh look, here he is, Mav again. Fucking hell. Who wins the foot race between? I think it'd be very close actually. I mean, Kyle Walker is still a very, very quick player, like crazily quick player. So yeah, be interesting foot race. But that's why I think I think that I see it was everything. It's going to 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪 again. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪's getting the ball. He goes out wide to Diouf, back to 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪, looks up. Little dink to Fernandes. I like the way that Fernandes is dropping into that hole to try and sort of quarterback pass it. Great ball there. Nice touch by Somerville. And then Diouf, with one of his sweeping balls, takes a shot. It's a goal! Get in there! Tatty, 2-0. Great cross, great goal. I've been bigging up these crosses, just saying we need to get more crosses from Diouf into Tatty. Fucking get in there, West Ham. 2-0. Absolute bedlam. Let's have it, boys. Let's have this, and girls, and anyone in between. Have it. 2-0 West Ham. The Great Escape is on. West Ham. Great touch by Somerville. Diouf, absolutely beautiful cross. Tatty in between the centre halves and buries it. Proper striker's goal. Have it. Couple more now. Come on. Golden. Blessings from Valencia. And those are Venezuela. My apologies. Brilliant. Let's have it. Come on, you bloody irons. I'll have that all day. And twice on Sundays. Tatty's first Premier League goal, obviously. Has scored a few games. We've done it before, 20 points. Honestly, Alex was showing me the Great Escape. We were on the same amount of points and the same position, but after 29 games played. And then as you said, we won. We had that thing with Curbs, didn't we? Mental. Sally, hope you're well, man. Nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're well. I'd love to see more goals last year. I think it scarred everyone to be scared and scarred. Great header. Tatty time. It's Tatty time. Yes, Laura. Tatty time. Come on, you irons. It's Tatty time. Let's be having you. Yep, 3 points. 3 points below what's name now. Anyway, Diouf, another nice sweep. No, that was a shit cross. That was. Tatty needs to be on you. He's sort of a. Time to get Kilman on. I need to text my brother. Time for Kilman, surely. That's brilliant, Mandy. That's brilliant. I'm going to put it on our group chat. Time for Kilman to come on and tie it up and see the game out. I love the way we can laugh at these things. I love the way we go. That's brilliant. That's really made me. I'm going to star that for later on. Rat-tat-tat. Great team goal. Good ball. I think it was a good ball by Fernandes just inside the half. Nice straight ball to Somerville. Great little flick first time touch to Diouf. Takes a touch. Then crosses it in. Tati finds some great. It's a really good goal. Yes, real authority. If we played in Forest like these people, then we would be safe. Well, we still have to play. We still have to play Fulham again, don't we? We still have to play Wolves. We still have to play Bournemouth. We still have to play Leeds. We still got to play a lot of teams around us. And we said, was it 6 wins? 6 wins we need, not including today. That's really made me giggle. Yeah, I'm going to be laughing. I'm going to be laughing to myself now for the rest of the day. I could just text my brother and he like 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗁, and he's like, and I'll be like steaming in Nelson's. Yes, turning a bit. Yeah, well, they would do automatically. 2-0 down against people, the team of brothers. Good to see us, Ellie. I was not aware that we always are. The games are, so I don't you have my computer. Either way, good to see you, my friend. Selly, mate, every time we're here, every game, home or away. If it's not me, it's Anton that's doing it. But there we go. We do stream the away games and we do the home games as well. But Anton does Anton tends to do it all, but he's a bit busy today. 3 points plus negative goal difference, 4 goal. Yeah, there we go. If you win it, if we just keep going, let's get a few more goals. Maybe score 2 more and bring a goal distance. That indeed, 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝘁, a new club mascot. Oh dear, this is what we like. 30 minutes gone, 2-0 up. Oh, could we please just have a relaxing game? I don't think we will. The ball's going to the box line. No, what's going to happen? Souček, what's he doing? Clear it. Cleared by Wan-Bissaka. We're in here all the time, so they don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we're all the time, mate. Every day we content. It's gone out to Edwards. Edwards out to Hannibal. Hannibal cross. Oh, Jesus. Was that Jaden? Anthony? Yeah, it was. It sort of did this weird. It was like almost like a Rabona type thing. Didn't really work. Russ, is JWP watching? Quite possibly is my friend. Obviously he can't play today. He's cup tied. He's in the stands. It's all over. There we go. We don't think we've still got to play Everton. Oh, gaff, don't we? So that's what I mean. We ain't got a bad running. Got the toughies, granted, but we ain't got a bad running. Anywho, you can see the boys playing with hunger, fight for survival, and not hoping results happen. Well, they have to. You know, we've got to win our games, and you know, if we win our games, then I think we'll be all right. Hemmerson needs to come and claim those. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, Burnley on the attack, goes out wide to Edwards. Edwards against 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗁. Dinks it into Hannibal. I think 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗁 holds him up quite well. Goes back to the fullback who crosses it in. Heads out by Dinos. And a little drop down to Estev. He's a player I wouldn't mind have got getting in the window. Estev. He's a good player. We always win against Arsenal. There's 3 points indeed. And then we've got to play Leeds at home. That's another 3 points. Last game of the season. What are you worried about? Shot, deflection, but Hermanson does well to collect it. That was taken by 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗁, or his name is, and took a massive deflection. He drove forward. I think he came off 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗁. Was it 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗁 he came off? Maybe, or Diof's Hills, but Hermanson was there. West Ham on the attack now. Goes to Souček in the middle of the Burnley half. Goes to Somerville. Somerville versus Walker. Probably going to dink it back. What's he going to do? Dinks it to Fernandez. Fernandez looks up, squares it to Mav. Everyone's in the Burnley half apart from Hermanson. Little bit of passing interchange there. 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗁's just crept back into his half. Goes to Diouf. Diouf back to 𝗪𝗏𝘀𝗁. Just a bit of hold ball now. Hi, Russ. I'm on daughter's account. How are you? Who are you? Gino Adams? Hope you're well. Don't know who you are, but I hope you're well. I'm very well because we're 2-0 up. Hopefully you're well as well. West Ham fraternity, loud and proud. It goes out wide to Bowen. Bowens gets dispossessed pretty easy, I'll be honest. Russell, he's playing well. Some of all the players. Sorry, Pat Pong. No one calls you Russell. Apart from if I'm in trouble. Ball in the box, goes into it. Somerville tries to quick round. He gets past the keeper. Oh, unlucky. It was good. From the calf buff. From the calf. What calf? Down the road? You can from the towers, calf or what calf? 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛𝗏 has looked comfortable, has been solid. Yeah, because he hasn't played all season for the first team, isn't it? He ain't played too shabby Alonso, I don't think. Ball is in the box. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗏 as well to get a bottle of it. Yes. Oh, very well. Very, very well. Hope you're well. Oh, you're on your daughter's account, Gina. Get your own account, my friend. We're very well, thank you. Haven't been in there today, but we will be in there soon. Towers Calf in down the road. A good calf. Although Nick's not a West Ham fan, but apart from that. Sorry, fella. I was meant who's some of thank you. Russ, sorry again. What I meant was Somerville looking good, but who else is playing well? Is it okay? Is it Snowy? Is it Snowy? You've been banned again. Okay, I'm very well, thank you. So I'm confused. No, I'm not now. I know what I'm doing now. I think everyone's playing all right. Yeah, some of them are looking a bit weird. Mads isn't looking 100% solid, but everyone else is looking good, man. Everyone else is looking good. Souček's played all right. Oh, Wilson was unlucky there. He could have had a third. Yes, that's Buffalo Snowy. That's not Gina Adams. That's Buffalo Snowy. You've seen this. Who always used to give us the links. That's why he keeps getting banned. Anyway, regardless of that, let's see. West Ham, Burnley 0. West Ham 2-80, 36 minutes almost on the clock. Let's have a quick go around the grounds quickly. We have got Villa 1 up against Bournemouth. Rodgers scores for them, as you could imagine. Burnley on the attack with Edwards. It's not Edwards. Sorry, that's Anthony. Goes to Hannibal. Hannibal in the middle of the park. Goes to Edwards. Edwards tries a deep ball, but 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗏 does really well to get something for that. Fulham are 1-0 up. Mykolenko scored an own goal for that against Everton. And Chelsea are 2 up with a double brace for Palmer. Double penalty brace. 2 goals, 2 penalties. Burnley on the attack, intercepted by Fernandez out for a West Burnley corner. Jason Anthony's their top goal scorer. Hasn't scored a load, but there we go. 5 in 5 for Jimmy Boy Somerville now. I'll take that. I will take that in a month of Sundays, my friend. Why is that like that? Anyway, they've taken the short corner. And well done by Somerville to intercept. It's gone to Fernandez. Somerville, or unlucky, gets intercepted. Gives away a foul. Jimmy, that wasn't very good. What's everyone's thoughts currently in the game? Thoughts on some of the players standing out? Obviously, Somerville, good goal for him. Great cross from Diouf. Great header from Tati. What about everything else? What's everyone thinking? Let's get some points. Silly foul from Jimmy was indeed. As said at halftime, we'll be giving away some free stuff. Giving away some lovely little couple of books from Simon Green. And we'll show a few of the pictures on this. Some cracking pictures. Really good pictures. 3-0 Cole Palmer hat-trick. He scored 2 and now he's got 1 in open play now. Yep. 38-minute hat-trick for Palmer. Not too bad. Okay, free kick for Burnley. About 30 yards out, 35 yards out. I reckon they're going to twat it. They're twatting it literally straight into Hermansson's chest. Super excited. 5 in 5 by Somerville indeed. Assassin's Creed. He really is an assassin, old Jimmy Boy Somerville. 5 minutes left. Won't be much injury time, I won't think. As I said, please hang around at half time, and we'll give away some free prizes. I know I've got to send a load. I've still got a load to send. I've actually today Amazon have finally delivered my envelope, so I can start sending some stuff out. But we'll be getting the books soon from Simon Green, and we'll be sending a couple of those out and showing a few stills if you want to buy them yourself, and I'll put the link in the description as well, because proceeds to that book go to the West Ham United Disabled Supporters Association, as well as the Iron Sport and Food Banks. So shot from Edwards. Oh, decent shot. It was curling, Marcus Edwards, but no one's near. It may well be, but without the D, because he's Cree, isn't he? Or it might be Jimmy somehow, I don't know. Does this cause a problem as now clubs will be off? Well, we did say it, was it yesterday? That, there were, they weren't too far away from Marcus Edwards. There were apparently 2 bids for Somerville during the January transfer window, as well as the Dutch national side is looking at bringing him in. If that happens, we'll be paying £4 million to Chelsea, to Leeds, based on the add-on. Which, I mean, not being funny, he's had a hell of a January. We've got the summer, the March internationals, and so I would not expect Somerville to be called up by the Dutch national side. So that's going to cost £4 million. So yeah, but that's the thing, isn't it? I remember, was it a couple of years ago where they were sort of really pushing for Bowen to go to Newcastle, and he didn't. And so, yeah, that's the byproduct of having a player playing really well is other teams want him. And to be fair, I think with Somerville, I think we haven't really seen the Somerville we wanted to see. I don't think genuinely we have. Since we've signed him, apart from the last 5 games, I think we have seen the Somerville, and whether it's the way he's been instructed to play, I don't know, but he's just a completely different player than the player I think we bought, to be honest. 4 million worth for the points he's got in January, exactly. I mean, it costs. I mean, if you get relegated, it's 100 odd million, isn't it? Burnley have got the ball just literally inside Wan-Bissaka, sort of jockeying. Yeah, that's the word. With Anthony, but it's come off his leg and it's going out for a Burnley corner. Going to be taken by Anthony himself. Gunners 1-0 up. I'm not really bothered about it now. I don't really. If they win it, fair enough. They should win it. It'd be funny if they don't. Mendy scored again. Is Diouf struggling? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it, but I'll have a closer look. Oh, Himmerson collects when we're good. When were we last 2 up? Last week. Was it last week? We're 2 up, wasn't it? That went well. So hopefully that will won't happen like last time. Is that my mother-in-law? She turned up. No, my mother-in-law's there. Anyway, only joking, Pat. How's Tatty and Wilson working? Work in progress. I think they haven't done a lot of link up, I'll be honest, but they haven't had much opportunity to link up. Burnley have got the ball. Esteveao to Anthony. Anthony crosses it in. Poor cross, straight to Hermansen. You can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to get crosses in because they know that Hermansen is a smaller goalkeeper. Bowen's got the ball, collected off a Burnley player who knocked down Hermansen. But Bowen somehow still got the ball. Tati's now got it. Tati looks up, little jink ball to Souček. Souček out to Diouf. Diouf to Somerville back to Diouf. Little triangles back to Souček. Goes to Fernandez. Fernandez, little touch ball back to Disasi. Disasi, all the way back to the goalkeeper. There we go. How did that work out? Wasn't great. Wasn't great, let's be honest. But we'll see. That was against, no disrespect to Burnley, that was against Chelsea and bringing on the best part of £500 million worth of players to win that game. So there we go. Yeah, Wilson has been tatty. Wilson has been quiet and Tatty's been lively. But Wilson, that's the type of player Wilson is. He's not Tatty is doing all the running around him. whereas Wilson's more of the target man, and that actually probably the best way to play him. But yeah, Somerville is everywhere, says Keem. Yep, he has been. Literally been everywhere today. Great to see. Just come up to half time. I don't think there's going to be much, if any. Maybe a minute or so of injury time. Maybe. But we'll see that in a second. That'll come up soon. And then, as I said, at half time, we'll be giving away some prizes. Some of Simon Green's fantastic bowling book, which can't wait to show a few. I've got some slides here to show you later on. Let's have a quick look. I think I do. Yes, I do. Brilliant. Going to show you later. He is the fox in the box. He certainly is indeed. He certainly is. Wilson is a natural finisher. He is. And I think I'm being funny. That goal, that was a real striker's header. And, obviously the other goal we scored in the QPR in the FA Cup, same thing. So, and as I've been saying, this is finding opportunities for Diouf now to get crosses in for someone like Tati in his movement. I just think it's going to be a bit of a cheat code. I really do. We mentioned that the last couple of weeks, really, in the starting 11 shows, because I think it's a really important point. And it's those partnerships they're building up. It's actually 4, despite the fact me saying it's not going to be. It's 4 additional minutes. Despite me saying it's not going to be a lot. It ain't going to be a lot. It's 4. That is quite a sizable. I don't know where they found that from, but it's 4. Goes out wide. It's a throw on. Actually, has a foul throw by Diouf, but don't matter. Goes to Fernandez. Fernandez is going to spray the ball out to Wan-Bissaka. No, a little dink pass to Mav, who's then going to go to bypass Wan-Bissaka, go straight to Bowen, who ends up giving it back to Wan-Bissaka anyway, so that was really worth it. Dinos goes out to Disasi. They haven't really put a lot of pressure on them, despite the fact that they're sort of a new centre-back pairing. Diouf goes all the way to 𝗪𝗁𝗀. GB says maybe we could have a good FA Cup run. I think the trouble is I think our priorities are somewhere elsewhere. That's the only difference for me. Yeah, actually, good point. Yeah, good point. The concussion. Didn't think about that. Well, not concussion, but yeah, when he got a knock of the head. Somerville's got the ball, been a deflected clearance. Somerville's running, goes to Tati. Tati straight across. Oh, it hit the centre half. Didn't we know he didn't know where it was going? Old Humphreys, and it's gone out for a West Ham corner. Tati drilled it into the corridor of uncertainty, and yeah, that could have gone anywhere. And now it's a corner to West Ham. Got 2.5 minutes left of injury time before we go. Right, Jimmy will be taking the cross. He's gone very deep to Souček. Souček's headed it back in. No one's cleared it very well. Dinos a little touch, throws his head on the ball. Tati's somehow still got the ball. Is he going to take a shot? No, he's get closed down. Tati needs to get rid of it. There we go. He's gone to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's having a quick look up. Best option is going to Diouf. Just next to him, Diouf to Somerville. Somerville's touch tight to Kyle Walker. Pointless little Rabona for no reason. But it shows confidence and it shows the guys are enjoying their football. So I like that. Wan-Bissaka goes all the way, or Wan-Bissaka, as the commentator just called him, all the way to 𝗪𝗁𝗀. Big ball up. Bowen's never going to win against Esteve, to be honest. Out for a West Ham from. Just in line with the halfway line. I love Jared, but would like to see him in a top side. Best side since Antonio. Antonio crashed a Ferrari dressed as a snowman. No offence, but Bobby would never have done that. Very true. Very, very true. I think you meant Bowie, or do you mean Bobby? I don't know. Anyway, just under a minute left of added injury time before half time. As I said, I might have to go for a very, very quick wee, I'll be honest. I'm my mid-40s. My bladder isn't what it was. But anyway, ball up, intercepted by Walker. Humphreys has got the ball, goes back to Dubrovska. Yeah, Martin Dubrovska. Goes out wide and literally kicks it straight off for. I think these fans are gonna burn Burnley off the pitch, and too bloody right. Souček picking up a lot of second balls, says Damien. He has, and I think, to be fair, I think Souček's passing in the last few games has been really good. Like, he's like, well, didn't have much of a base to start with, but do you know what I mean? it's a nice range of passing he's doing. You know, maybe he's getting a bit more freedom on the ball. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗧 hoofs it up. Little knock down by Wilson. Wilson to Bowen. Bowen cuts back inside to Souček. Souček has a look. No one told him about he's being Florentino coming close to him. And now Edwards has got the ball and they're Burnley on the attack. Good tackle by 𝗪𝗲𝗪. Super. Oh, that was Fernandez, but the refs called it a foul. And it's half time and they've been booed off the pitch, as we would have assumed. Let me just sort this out. Oh, reset. Nope, I want to do second half. There we go, sorted. Yes, it is. Can I have a pee, Bob? Yes, you can have a pee. I need to go have a pee anyway in a minute. But what I'm going to do is we're going to set up. Actually, let me show you. Let me go back to speaker zone. Nope, take that one off. Right, okay. Let me show you this book. That is being our good friend Simon, who is the DJ. He's the Heineken. Well, actually, no, it's the BrewDog DJ now. He was the Heineken DJ, now he's the BrewDog DJ. And he is a photographer as well. And the last game at the bowling, he took some photos. And it's taken him the best part of 10 years to finally get this fucking book out. But it's an absolutely blinding book. So I'll go full. Can I go full screen? No, that's me full screen. I want them to go full screen. So I'll just show you some of these photos. And basically they it's a chronological view of like the day. So where they're doing all the setup and putting like the tifo and stuff in, all the way through the day, capturing outside, you know, and the actual game itself, and then a little bit of the sort of post show afterwards. So you can see this and some lovely photos, all in A5. There's me. You can see me where the visitors sign. It says visitors. That's me there. So he did take a picture of me. So it's a great book, all in black and white. There's Antonio, number 30. God, do you remember that? He played with ring back. And a bit about the thing. It's about 100 or so photos. And so we're going to be giving away a couple of those books. Where have I disappeared to? Oh, okay. There we go. And so we're going to be giving away some of those books a little bit in a bit. All you need to do to win one of those books, and what we'll do is we'll probably put a link in the description as well. So if you don't win, then you can buy them. I think they're like 13 quid. But what's great is they go to the proceeds split between the West Ham United Disabled Supporters Association, and also to the Ice Point Food Banks as well. So yes. Let me just find where is right, let me find the link. But anyway, in the description below, all you need to do if you want a chance of winning is put in the hashtag. Let's just do hashtag Jimmy. That's it. Just wait 2 seconds. Let me just sort this out. I want to put it on the right live. Oh, why is it not working? Just hashtag Jimmy. That's all I want. When I've decided, when it wants to sort itself out. There we go. Hashtag Jimmy. And then I'm going to go for a Jimmy. Nah, you see what I did there? I'm going to go for a Jimmy Riddle very, very quickly. And you can start filling it up. So yeah, there we go. So Jimmy. See you, Jimmy. There we go. Keep that. Not Jummy. Not with Jammy. With Jimmy. Right, so we're going to get that going for 2 seconds. Right, I just go for a wee in 2 secs. 2 seconds. Here we go. We are back. Let me just turn this down a little bit because for some reason... Oh, no, some reason... That's better. For some reason the adverts are really loud. Yes, okay, right. Let's get swirling with the Merlin. There we go. Right, Jimmy. Gimme a Jimmy after midnight. Share the screen and we'll run it. We're going to give away 2 books. 2 books for Simon. Thank you. Loads of Jimmies, not Jummies. Jummies don't get counted, only Jimmies. Europe, here we come. Jimmy Whittle. Indeed, that's why I said going for a wee. That's why I said Jimmy. It's got 2 meanings. I don't just throw these things together. I need to go for Jimmy, and Jimmy Somerville did score. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Let's get the first one going. Oh, let's actually show the screen. And this will be going to... We'll be winning one of these lovely books. And Saz Buff, congratulations. Well done. And we're going to draw another one. We're going to give away 2 books. So well done to Saz Buff. And who we got? And Laura Heward 477. Congratulations to Sazbuff and Laura. If you email us your postal address at westhamnetwork@gmail.com, we'll be getting those books in this week, and then we'll send 2 out to you, 1 each. Congratulations. If you'd like to purchase your own book, I'll put the description. I'll put the link in description when I find it. Where's it gone? Where is Simon? There he goes. And let me put description in. Where is it? I'll put it in the copy. I'll even make it a bit easier by going into that. And they say men can't multitask. Absolutely ridiculous. But I will put that in. So congratulations to Sazbuff and to Laura. Well done winning those. Let's just sort this out and then we can send these over. That one. Yes. And I'll put the picture in. £13 they are. And I'll put the link in the description. As I said, get involved. Proceeds do go to the Iron Sporting Food Banks and the West Ham United Disabled Supporters Association. So I'll put that in the link there. So if you want to buy one, click on that. As they're £13 and they're a great keepsake to have. Anyone scared of the second half? Indeed. Yes, we all are. What would be great is in the description below, if you could give me your 1-word halftime analysis, please. Why has that changed? That shouldn't have changed that. Give us your 1-word halftime analysis. And we'll go through all of those. Andy Carroll is caught next week, Ross. In court next week. Yes, he is. Well, yeah, because he was in court this week, wasn't he? And I think he's going back in. I think that's going to be relief. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say, I think that's going to be relief. Have a look at the other scores on the doors. I might put them on the bottom, actually. Let's do this. We've got latest. We've got Bournemouth are 1-0 down against Aston Villa at home. Arsenal 1 up against Sunderland at the Library. You got Fulham are 1-0 up against Everton. And then you've got Wolves are 3-0 down at home to Chelsea with a Cole Palmer hat-trick. Well done if you've got him in your fantasy football league team. Obviously, Man United beat Spurs 2-0 today at Old Trafford, and it's Newcastle-Brentford tomorrow. And obviously, yesterday, Dirty Leeds beat Nottingham Forest 3-1 at Ellen Road, which really helped us, I think. Somerville, clinical, magnificent, measured, hashtag waiting for Kilman. Unbelievable, stress-free, not as good as last first half. But yeah, I agree. I thought we were a lot more controlled in that first half against Chelsea. But look, it is what it is, my friends. Goals, attack, rebirth. I mean, the upturn in forms is been pretty impressive, isn't it? I think the last sort of 4 games now. You know, we've won 3 out of the last 4 Premier League games now. I can't believe I've won. Yes, you have. And they're like, just made my excellent. And hopefully West Ham can keep this going. So as I said, Shaz Buff, and Laura, if you could email us your postal address at westhamnetwork@gmail.com. As soon as we get the books come through, they were literally available from yesterday, so we'll get them sent out to you. So maybe next week. Nice to see a bench. Nice to know we have a decent bench. Yeah, I mean, we can look at the bench if you want. If we're in this, Nuno is 4 and 5 indeed. I can show you the bench. Well, I'll show you. You can show the side team sheet. You can see on the bench, Areola, Walker Peters, Kilman, Traore, Pablo, Magassa, Skulls, Potts, and Mohamedou Kante. So that's a decent bench. That ain't a bad bench. And personally, I'd like to see, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Adama come on as well, take off. I'd just like to see a bit of, let's scare the shit out of them. I think you might see Wilson coming off for Pablo. But apart from that, if I press that button, is that the right button? Yeah, I do. So I'm just going to do this and go like that and then go like that. There we go, it's better. So, yeah, I think you might see that change happen in 60 minutes. Because also we've got... can we get those right subs right? Indeed. We do have Man United on Tuesday, haven't we? So, I mean, it would be nice to maybe get a third and then potentially look at maybe taking off someone like Bowen, maybe someone like Tati, and replacing them with the likes of Pablo, Traore, just to give them a bit of rest before we play Man United at home on Tuesday, which is going to be just as big game. Hopefully we can get a couple of, if we can get a couple of quick goals here and then, see it out and then give them, half-hour rest or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Hi, Ross, thanks for continued support and congratulations. Thanks, everyone. Please tell your mates. But that's what we say. So we show the pictures and £13 with profits going to the West Ham United Disabled Supporters Association and the Iron Sport Food Banks. The link's in the description below. Well done to Shaz and Laura, as we said, and you'll be seeing a lot more about that. But we might get Simon on and have a chat about the book as well. And also, while we got you, don't forget we have also the Never Take the East End single. Joseph, who we had on the channel earlier this week. That's now live on Spotify, iTunes, all your streaming platforms. So if you can, listen to it, download it, share it with your friends, watch the YouTube. All helps, and we'd like to see if we can get it charted. It'd be incredible. We haven't really spoken about that, but we'd love to get it charted. Because obviously all proceeds for that go to DT38. Suchet playing well, recovering a lot of the second balls. Could replace Wilson for Traore and play Bowman Central. Maybe just take Bowen off and give him a rest. Adama versus Walker would be nice to see. Yeah, especially if we could you won't be able to throw him. Did you see afterwards? I think it was yesterday or the day before on a Spanish match of the day type show. They had Cucurella and Traore on FaceTime talking to each other and basically saying they're sort of good mates, and it was all taken out of context and that type of thing. We need to score next goal, or else this week at gum time. Predicted Wilson for Potts. Kilman against Pablo Wilson. Yeah, exactly. What else? We've got Scars for Diouf, maybe. Adama for Wilson. I can see that one happening. They're just coming out. Not a lot of cheering for Burnley, really. They're coming out. I think it could be. Let's see. I mean, I won't mind giving Bowen a bit of a rest if we can, but we'll see. You're just as good at watching. You are just as good to watch along with all well performing. You are just as good to watch along with all well performing West Ham. I think there's a compliment, Will. Thank you so much. We do try to do things a bit differently here. It's a bit of a mixture between watching the game and having a chat. And we want to try and make it seem like you actually watching it in the pub with your mates. That's what I want. I want to see Party Boy Pablo. Looks like a nice, great Scott. It's a great away game. It's a great old-fashioned ground. You've got the cricket ground where all the players go, all the West Ham fans go, pre-match away fans. Great fun. Particularly, there's a cricket match on as well. If you play if you play early in the season, so they're still playing cricket. But yeah, great grounds. I remember one year going and we played. Sam Allardyce was the manager, and Burnley fans hate Allardyce. You know, former Blackburn manager, and it's one of those places, one of those grounds that you've got the corner and you have to walk across the pitch to get to the dugout. And I was like, "Where's Sam?" And Sam, when the players came out, he was about 4 yards behind them, just waving. Absolutely brilliant, great gaff. Nice hotel, which some of the players go, which sometimes the players is. It's about 20 minutes away, sort of 5-star, nice hotel as well. Burnley have made a change, I think, and they're off. Plan on doing a lot more matches when I retire in a few years. Yeah, do a little tour, Scott. Come over and do a little tour. Anyway, Burnley, West Ham on the attack. Wilson, Martin probably did very well that one. Yes, it is that old school where they're sort of like it's on the corner and you have to cross the pitch. But a good game. It's a good away game. Anyway, Souček literally Hannibal falls into Souček and he wants a foul. Not going to happen, my friend. Not going to happen. Souček with a throw on. Fulham have made a change. Burnley made a change. They brought on some bloke I don't know. Sorry. Wan-Bissaka, I think with another foul throw. Souček gets the second ball. As Damien said, there's a lot of second balls Souček's picking up today. Lucas Perez, not the Lucas Perez who used to play for West Ham. Another one. It's Perez, not Perez. They're playing in the middle, but we just let them play. I think my good friend Ian Quocko, who's actually a West Ham fan, is on commentary. He is. Anyway, they're on the attack. They're coming through. 23's got the ball. Dicks it to the number 2. Takes a shot. Oh. I think it could be looked at that. It could be a handball for Disasi. We have to see there. It was a good cross, and I think Disasi. Let's have another look at that. Ball comes in. Good cross. I mean, his hand is not in an unnatural position, so I think. So that's why it's me given. Russ, how can professional... Mate, honestly, all the time. You watch them, they foul throw all the time. The ball has to go behind the back of the head, all the way back, with both feet on the floor. Half the time, one foot's in the air, or it doesn't go behind the head. Honestly, you watch it all the time. Anthony's got the ball in the middle of the box. Shit shot. Goes straight into Ahmad's arm. Mandy, don't give us heart attacks. Yeah, honestly, you'll see that now, and I've pointed out usually Diouf does a lot of the under 21s do a lot of foul throws as well, but no one picks it up anymore now. Let's do throw watch. Wan-Bissaka. Let's see if he can throw the ball properly. Oh no, it's cut to him. I think Disasi is his body position is excellent there. Excellent. Flick from Fernandes. Diouf. Wan-Bissaka brings it forwards, then loses the ball. Burnley have begun this second half very, very sprightly. It does give me Chelsea vibes, and no doubt Scott Parker would have said that. Shot. Oh, I tell you what, Marcus Edwards with a decent shot. Hermanson gets fingers to it, and he goes out for a corner. That's what I mean. Can't we just have a nice fucking game? Just like good save by Mads. Good save for Mads. Give him that. Corner to Burnley. It's all a bit sort of like a bit nervy there from Burnley. No one want to put boot for it. But inevitably, Esteve fouls Fernandes in the box, and it's West Ham free kick in the box. Stay focused, Saz Peter. Damien says Wan-Bissaka is doing too much. I agree. Sometimes he does love it. He loves a little bit extra, isn't he? Overplaying. Yeah, I agree. Catty got a nice kick in the tatties. Let's have a look. Did he get a kick in the tatties? I think he got a kick in the tatties. Anyway, playing it around the back. Hermansen 𝗪𝗀𝘃. 𝗪𝗀𝘃 with a long hoofing ball. No one's going to win that. Wilson's not going to win that against Wolves. Does very well there. Very well there, Somerville. Somerville cuts inside. Tatty just couldn't get to it. Just a little bit ahead of him. Unlucky there. That was dangerous. Somerville, again, very good. Very strong against someone like Kyle Walker. Jaden's got the ball forward. Goes out wide. Jaden's moved more into the middle, which is where he should really be, to be honest, from Burnley perspective. Burnley playing it in the middle. Kyle Walker, crossfield ball, straight into the cross. Clear it. Come on, clear it, West Ham. Clear it. I don't like this. Come on, Hannibal. Get the ball off Hannibal. Come on. But Walker takes deflection. Hermansen, I don't know if he got a touch on that or not, but we'll wait and see. Let's see what happens. Edwards against Wan-Bissaka. They're starting to chant a little bit now. They're starting to get their tails up a little bit. Estev goes to... Oh, it takes an extra touch. Someone fell over. 19 takes a shot. I don't know what happened. Oh, what the fuck happened there? I think Edwards almost missed an open goal. Oh my God, I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is happening. Here. Ball comes in, I want to watch this again. Ball comes in, gets deflected, and then it looks like then Dinos tries to trap it in his feet, and then Edwards has an open goal, and Wan-Bissaka just comes off him. That's mental. That's mental. Now VAR's having a look at something now. No, it's all right. It's okay. Corner to Burnley. Corner to Burnley. Taken by Anthony. Bring on Magassa or Potts. Yeah, Tunu's always dodgy. It certainly is. Always dodgy. And now corner to Burnley. Goes very deep. Oh, it's a great save by Matt Hermansen. Let's be honest, that was a great save by Mads. Almost point blank. They're really turning up the key. Now this is when you need to bring on another body. You need to take off someone like Callum Wilson, bring on another midfielder, not another defender, another midfielder, and just someone like Potts, I think, or Magassa. Bring them on and just let them in that middle. This is what we need to do. We don't. Wan-Bissaka as well to intercept that. Massive interception. And again, good tackle by Aaron. And now we're on the attack. Now, Somerville. This is when let's make it pay now. Come on, Bowie's on the attack. Bowie's running. He's still running. He's tried to knock it to Wilson, but was a very poor ball, to be honest. I think Mads did save that. It looked like he had saved it. I haven't seen the replay, but it did look like he saved it. Wake up, West Ham. People in Burnley making a Russ Guy Fawkes goal to burn, as always. Let's have a look. So I'm looking at this. Yeah, it was. Mads did save it. Yeah. It was headed right into his midriff. I mean, I don't know if he knew much about it, but fair play to him. Still 2-0 somehow. Don't know how. It's been all Burnley second half. All Burnley. Edwards has got the ball. Because they brought on the other guy and it's allowed everyone to move around a little bit. And I don't think West Ham have settled down in terms of who's gone where and who they have to mark. Bournemouth equalised. I don't think that's much of a surprise, to be honest. Bournemouth playing really well. I thought Bournemouth were going to win today. So Nuno to send us out like this in the second half. Looks like it. Mate, it's so bad. Mads is awful. Let's see what happens. Ball in. Let me just text. Anyway, Anthony's got the ball, goes back to Humphreys. Humphreys back to Anthony, literally 1-2 themselves. Ball in the middle. Edwards is all on his own. We've got to cut Edwards down. That's why we need that other midfielder in. Now Bowen's just running. He's just literally running. He's going to get pulled out eventually, isn't he? So obvious. Ball in. Fernandez does really, really well to win that ball in the midfield. Does really well to hold it up. Tries to draw the foul in. He does that really well, Fernandez. Really well. Anyway, 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗺𝗪 FC. Why can't we finish off? I don't know. I just don't know. It'd be literally from the beginning of the game. In this half, they've been all over us. Need to pack that midfield, getting overrun. Indeed. Yep. Yes, it's in greed. Fernandez is class. He really is class. He really is a good player. Really, really strong. I just find him and he's got such a mature head of him for someone so young. Bad case of second half itis, indeed, or bad base. I prefer bad base. Potts warming up for Wilson. Well done, Nuno. Yeah, I think so. I think that makes sense. If we need to bring off, I think Wilson's been not particularly effective today. And I think if we let Tatty just run the front lines, if need be, he can push Bowen but maybe even play almost 5 in midfield a little bit now. And just or Potts just behind the just in front of the back four. And so that's what they're doing now. Now Freddie's coming on for, let's have a look. Potts 32. Freddie Potts is coming on now. I need to sort out the side. I know Potts isn't up front, but you know what I mean. I need to sort this one out. So let's quickly sort out the settings. Let's go. I think they'll probably play one up top now and play like a 4. Yeah, I reckon they'll do that 4-1-4. Now I've got to move it all around a little bit. Actually, yeah, it's not too bad. I've just got to sort it out because that'll be 32. That'll be Potts. I think that'll be not Somerville. So ignore that for the time being. I'm just sorting it all around. Don't worry, I'm sorting it all around. And 7, Somerville. Change that one. I suppose Somerville, Souček, 18, Fernandez. Just sort this out here. Yep, Fernandez. I think it'll be, where is it? Where's Fernandez? There he is. And then Bowen. 2 seconds, then we'll be all good to go. Where's Bowen? There, Bowen's on fire. And then Tatty up front. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. If we blow this, we deserve to go down. This will let Souček play further up. Watching players, good players indeed. Come on, Potts. There we go. Nuno, I don't think he has, mate. I don't think he has, Damien. I just think we need to tighten that midfield now. Why can't be proactive? Now get Potts and Pablo on. Well, Pablo, I can see coming on soon. Just take a piss. I think lessons we learnt, definitely. 67 minutes gone. Now Fernandez is more in the middle. I like the fact Potts is there now as well, just to get that reassurance in that middle of the park. That's what we need, another body there for sure. Bowen, is Wan-Bissaka going to the overrun? No, Bowen cuts back inside Souček. I'd suggest maybe Souček's really being that holding player rather than Potts, but I seem to change it around a little bit. Bowen to Souček, overhit his touch, but he ended up in Souček's hand, which is good. Fernandez, another strong game for him today at the moment. Middle of that part, really making a difference there. Wan-Bissaka to Fernandez, great little ball forward to Souček, little side foot out to Bowen, 1-on-1, cuts inside as you'd imagine. Bowen's take a shot. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. One of those typical Bowen moves where he cuts off the right hand side to go into his left foot. Takes a shot. It's not a million miles away. I think on this replay, I'll see it is a million miles away. Yeah. I knew it was going to be the case. I knew it was going to be a case. Anyway. Who's that? Somerville down. Great chance. Yeah, you're probably 4-2-3-1. Yeah, you're probably right, Damien. But he just seemed a bit straight. I think it's almost like I've just put that just because I quite like a 4-1-4-1. I like a defensive midfielder just staying in front of the back four. You know, that's always what Willie Edson Alvarez to do, just stay in that front of that back four. I'm going to put in the description again for Simon's book. It's in the chat. £13, absolute bargain, absolute bargain. Thank you for joining us as well. If you're new, Andy, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, share. All that good stuff. It really helps us out. 𝗪𝗀𝗁 in the middle of the park goes out wide to Aaron. Aaron looks up. Little ball, nice ball to 𝗪𝗀𝗁. 𝗪𝗀𝗁 foul. West Ham free kick. Textbook. Well done. Very good. Lots of people here today. Thank you for joining us. Loads of people here today. Thanks for joining us. 400 of you on Twitter or X. If you fancy coming and joining the dark side, come to YouTube. More than welcome to, guys. I'll put the link in the description if you want to join him. Professional foul indeed. Indeed. Very professional foul. Here the West Ham fans having a good old sing-song. Lovely to see. It's what we love to see. Also, thank you to anyone who's watching on Facebook as well as YouTube. Don't forget, we're on TikTok, Instagram as well. We do TikTok lives quite a bit. We do a lot of TikTok-only content. So don't forget to subscribe to that if you're on the old TikTok. Trying to get the numbers up on that channel. You know, Bones take the free kick. On the Burnley right-hand side, we're slowing the game down. Poor 𝗪𝗀𝗁 is like a tugboat. We should call him Captain Slow Check. Very good. Now Bowen takes a free kick. Oh, I hate that angle. It looks like it's gone in. Now Bowen's got it back, crosses it. Quite a wild cross. Wan-Bissaka does well to get it back to Fernandez. Fernandez takes a heavy touch to get away from everybody. Goes to Hermansen. I must say, I do prefer Hermansen's distribution. I know he's a bit of a dodgy keeper sometimes, but distribution-wise, he's a lot better than Areola. Without a shadow of a doubt. Gives you different options as well. Obviously, we played Man United on Tuesday, don't we? They won 2-0 today. Wolves didn't equalise. They scored a goal. Bowing's through now. He's got the ball. Little dink. Oh, should have done better, Jared. Should have done better. Should have buried that one. He got through then. Great timing of the run. Their defender fucks up. Misjudges the speed of the ball. Bowen takes it down. And then he tries, I don't know what he was trying, whether he was trying to dink it across to Somerville. I think he was trying to dink it across to Somerville, but should have buried that. That Bournemouth goal did stand. So they did play. They did get the goal. Rayan, the Brazilian guy, the guy they bought with Semenyo money, he scored. Is that his first goal for the club? I think it is. Still Arsenal 1 up, Fulham 1 up, and Wolves are 3-1 down against Chelsea. And then Newcastle Brentford is at 5:30 tonight. Burnley making a triple change. How exciting. Still, overall 53% possession for West Ham, 48% for Burnley. Don't forget, we'll have them, at the moment, as it stands, Statman Ben will be doing the breakdown in his wife's bra. And that's what he said to me. If West Ham keep a clean sheet to this weekend, he's going to do the breakdown in his wife's bra, and he'll be having literally a mental breakdown. I agree, Mandy. Bringing on Potts, yep, it does a little bit less control, more control rather that midfield. It doesn't seem to be so crazy. I love 𝗪𝗀𝗁. Next goal wins the game. 64 minutes gone. Just over 25 minutes left. Looks like they're making a triple sub. Looks like Shad Larson's coming on. I have no idea, to be honest. No idea. Not surprisingly, they're taking Fleming, Edwards, and Anthony. I think 3 of their best players off. It's a bit strange. Anyway, that's a really poor ball. That's really poor. I thought Edwards has been there one of their best players. Unless he's taken a knock. That's a very strange. Diouf for a very poor clearance there. Takes a shot straight into Mads' arms. Let's have a look at the shot by Anthony. It was a decent shot, but there we go. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't a great save. Let's be honest. It's straight in his hands, wasn't it? To be honest. Now Somerville to Tatty. Tatty looks up, goes a little dink ball into the middle to Bowen. He's playing more century at the moment. Hannibal tackles in, but Somerville, well played. That's it. Well done, Jim. Well done, Tatty. Had to go back. Still lost the ball, but had to go for it. GP will be glued to a Barcy amount. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that is his Christmas wish answered already in February. I can think of many worse. Come on, you. I've got 100 coming on. Okay, let's get the third goal to keep him coming. Then we can get it on there. 100 quid for Toby. I think Brozier, is he on the bench? Let's have a look. Brozier's I know Brun Larson looks like he's coming on. We'll wait and see who else is coming off. But yeah, it's a strange one. No, Brozier isn't coming on. Strong Larson's coming on. Chelna? I don't know. I really don't know, I'll be honest. But I thought Edwards was one of their best players. Strange. I thought he had a really good game. Forster and Chuchuona is coming on as well. He looks big bastard, doesn't he? Woo! Love it. Gunners are 2 up, and so nervy. Russ, did you see young Beckford's goal midweek? Good player. Tell you what, isn't it? He's in the next. You've got the pathway, the guys there, and you've got the ones below him, like Colin Beckis and people like that who are breaking through. And then definitely the likes of Beckford, Riley Hagan, people like that. They're in that next group. That's why you need to watch the Academy show every Monday on 6 o'clock UK time. The only West Ham YouTube channel out there to do a show just on the Academy. And so we'll have him on. And we'll have loads of stuff to talk about the Academy. A busy week. They had a poor week this weekend on Friday. And a poor week, was it Tuesday they played? Drew 3-3 Middlesbrough. And then they've got 2 games next week for the under-21s. And then the following week they've got National League Cup semi-final. Fernandez said Edwards was Burnley's best player. I thought he was. I thought he was his best. I thought they were best player as well. Diouf on a yellow. Yeah, he is on the yellow. So I think that would make sense because we've just got a lot of games to play. You know, we've got a big game at the next week as well now. Or 2. Every game's a big game. You know what I mean? We've got Man United at home. And again, you know, a bounce of another win. You know, they're looking more confident. I reckon you could get a point against United. Anyway, Burnley on attack in the middle of the park. That crazy sort of 10-minute period at the beginning of the second half has quelled a lit since actually bringing on Potts, I think, was the right choice by Nuno. Humphries takes a shot. Yeah, that would have taken some shot to get past them. For sure. Anyway, let's see what we got coming. Get third, then take Bowen off. Yep, that's what I want, mate. That's what I want to do. Personally. And the guy that just came on, Chukwuna, he's hurting himself. We've got just over 20 minutes left. Hunsfrey reminds me of a Sunday League player. Does look like that, doesn't it, at times? Ball over the top. Tatty. Whee! Yeah. Anyway, let's see what happens. Anyway, let's see what's happening. Ball comes across. Perez. Manfred bounces very well. Unlucky. Did really well then. Looks like we're going to be doing maybe another sub soon, looks like. Maybe. We'll wait and see what happens. Strem Larsen takes the ball. Sorry, Brun Larsen, not Strud Larsen. He's at Crystal Palace now. Bowen does well to slow the ball down. That's what we're doing quite well. You know, when they get a bit of head of steam, we just sort of get a toe into it just to slow. That's a really poor ball by Humphreys there. And now Somerville's on the attack. Cuts inside, goes to Diouf. Diouf looks up, goes back to something. That's a poor pass by Diouf. Too much on it. Tatty did. Oh, I thought Tatty did well then. Did Burnley get a lot of late goals? I don't think so, but who knows? They are playing West Ham. West Ham have we're like one of the top sides for early goals or something ridiculous like that. So anyway, they're on the attack now. Still on the attack. Let's be fair, it's been pretty much all Burnley all game, I think. As I said, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like. It really helps out the channel. Little comment, all that type of stuff. They're taking a long throw. Kyle Walker is taking a long throw. 70 minutes. 20 minutes to go. Some of it as well to clear it. Would have been nice to do a slightly better clearance, but there we go. Can't be helped. Bowen does really well then. Really well, but he's all on his own. There's no help. He just draws the foul. No, the refs play on fair play. I agree that time. I don't think it was a foul. I hate people who sometimes do that now. You go for fouls and stuff like that. But no. Oh. No referee's going to pull up for the foul now. I don't know what's happening. I don't think the referee knows what's happening, to be honest. I don't think he's done very well with this game at all. I think he's let quite a lot go. Now Humphreys against Wan-Bissaka. Chukwueze put it in straight into Mads' hands. He's had a decent game, I think. Mads, he's done all right today. He hasn't needed to do much. He's done a couple of saves. Been all right. There was a VAR check on the tackle on Hannibal, but that's been given. It's okay. Yeah, that's top. That's it. That was it, Michael. We're top 4 for goals in the first 15 minutes of a game, and I think someone did a chart of if scores after the first half and then scores in the second half, and we were top in the top 3 or 4. And then we was like the bottom 3 or whatever for the second half. And that pretty much shows our season. 3-1 says, yeah, indeed. That was more foul on Souček. Everton, have they equalised? Yes, they have. Everton equalised a goal by Dewsbury Hall. And then Emerson done well. Yeah, I thought he'd done all right. Yeah, I mean, Disasi as well. Again, things like goalkeepers, if you think, and defenders, I think, if you don't remember them playing, they've sort of done their job. Because the only reason you'll know a defender has played is really if he's scored or he's fucked up. I think it's the same true with a goalkeeper, really. Brentford for the best early goals. Yeah, do you remember they went through a period where they it was something ridiculous, like 5 games in a row they scored in the first 5 minutes or something stupid. Anyway, not long to go. 17 minutes left of seeing Ben in a bra. Bowen, I think the first team must have heard about his bet. Anyway, Burnley have had 10 first half shots compared to only 2 for West Ham. First half, they had 7 and West Ham had 2. Mental. When crackhead, 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗺 is back after red card. Who does he replace? The Greek, the god himself. And it will be, I think he wants 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗃 and 𝗪𝗏𝗀 together. And I'm surprised by Areola because I thought the 3 of them. He is very good at getting a foul. Let's have a look at. Oh no, that was a proper foul from 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗃 today. Hannibal acting like Fernandez ripped his face and ate it. Would be tougher for Hermans. Maybe Mads, maybe Areola, just maybe get a knock and he'd be back probably for Tuesday. We'll see. I'm sure there'll be a question asked at the press conference, which will probably be on Monday, probably. I think that's the idea, Scott. The idea is to play him as a 3, like the French connection. I've called it FC UK, and we have been at pretty much FC UK for a lot of this season. That's what I think he wants to see. And wan-Bissaka wins another foul. I need what you're not getting it. You're not getting it. Looks like Skiles is coming on. He's due to be coming on. That's a yellow card for Humphreys. He's been shit. Mads is too short for good, but good. Yeah, he is. You're right. I think he's by far a better distributor of the ball compared to Areola. But as you said, he's a bit short. But so is Jimmy Walker, West Ham legend, absolute legend at the club. But anyway, Humphreys gets a yellow card for that foul on wan-Bissaka. Not sure if he had a good career. Yeah, I think the trouble is, I think when you come in, I mean, you know, I think he must be a decent goalkeeper for a number of, you know, it was. I just think sometimes how that first game happens, that first few games, and if you come into it and you go, you know, you've had a few shit games, then you know it's just a confidence thing. The only trouble with him is because he is shorter, he does tend to get lobbed quite a bit, which is always a bit of an issue. But anyway, we are not giving any goals to Burnley. I've told you. We want to see Ben in a bra. Wakey, Russ. I know. Mrs. Budden, right? True story. I went to bed this morning, about 3 o'clock this morning. And the reason was we started to watch a series and Joe didn't want to finish watching the series. It was called All Her Fault in I think it was on, what was it on? Sky Atlantic. Good game. Good. It was a good show. But I could do with not watching it all. I just like Pablo and Ollie are going to be coming on. I think it'll be Tati for Pablo. And what's name? Brilliant. Skulls off for Diouf, I think, will be the 2 deals. You know what I mean? I'm going to fall asleep in a minute. I really am. Yeah, it looks like Castellanos, and we'll just make that. And Diouf are coming off with Skulls and Pablo coming on. Good. I, at the moment, agree. I agree at the moment. At the moment. Ambrosia is coming on now. I think we've now. I want to see Pablo just stay up top. Just stay up top and be a bastard up top. That's what I want. And when did we start? When did people start doing not like a proper handshake? Started to do that. Everyone does it, honestly. A keeper's only as good as defence. I agree. Fernandez. Oh, unlucky. I thought it was going to Soucek. Goes down. Oh, Mav. Bowen. Oh, no, nothing. Pablo to get a yellow in 30 seconds. Let's hope it works and we don't concede. Let's hope so. Nuno and 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗺𝗃 will keep. Yep. How bad? Well, I don't think anything to write home about. I didn't even know they were until we signed them. Anyway, just over 11 minutes. There'll be a fair whack of injury time for sure. Then Anton will be doing the review show, which will be going on a few minutes before we start. And then when Pablo's through, nice ball. Pablo versus Kyle Walker. You're not going to beat Kyle Walker, are you, Pablo? Fernandez being encouraged to shoot. After last time, why wouldn't you blame him? You know, he was encouraged to shoot. He tried to hit it roughly the same area. He just dragged his shot slightly. They weren't that far away. He does have a rocket. He's a mule of a kick, isn't he? Yeah, not beat defense. I like that. That's what we want. Burnley in just inside of our boxes, just left it. Is that 𝗪𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗺? Humphreys takes a cross, literally just bounces straight into Freddie Potts' head. I don't know how much he knew about that, but yeah, they're starting to pile on the pressure a little bit now. Well done by Somerville, good tackle. Now Fernandez takes the ball out forward. Little race with Walker Peters. Kyle Walker. That was a slight trip, I thought, but he played on. Fernandez is very well again then. I think Fernandez has been everywhere. Kyle Walker has a fair shoulder charge, and Somerville's not the strongest, so he was always going to win that one. Scott Parker's having a moan up. Go on, Scotty P. Ref is a mug. Anton will be drunk if he comes. The Great Escape. Well, you know, this will put us 3 points behind Nottingham Forest. Anything can happen. Peters, Everton 2-1 up. Better away side. New stadium problems. I agree. But how many times did he do that with us as well? That sort of nicked that. You know, it was an own goal. Leno, they got an own goal. So it was blatantly a foul. Second half ref seeing us give us nothing indeed. Trying to make it a game, it looks like in my eyes personally. Free kick, Souček heads it straight out. Bowen's beckoning people forward, which I agree totally. Aaron does really well to cut out that cross-field ball out for a Burnley throw on. Not, like I said, about eight minutes left, plus there'll be, I reckon, at least 5 minutes, if not 6, injury time. 30 seconds a sub usually, isn't it? Or sub period, plus also everything else. Potts clears, hoofs it away. Pavel loves a tackle. His stats show that he does indeed, and you know he loves a goal as well. And haven't we seen that? Can we keep a clean sheet? If we keep a clean sheet, Ben will be doing the breakdown in his wife's bra. I wouldn't want him to on our team, but Walker's been very steady. He's very steady. Foul on Potts. Well done. Potts, who has finally got his Premier League first team debut thing on the board at 𝗪𝗪𝗏𝗧 now. Second one this year to get that. Actually, it'd be third. Yeah, I don't think Ezra's got his on there yet. Or is he? I don't know. Why don't we practice long throws? When I don't know if I think Aaron likes a long throw, but you're right. It does take a certain. I mean, Kyle Walker's got a good long throw in him, but yeah, Antonio. Well, you always defeat the object because you want Antonio in the fucking box, not taking a throw on. I love Potts indeed. At least calls fouls he does. Going to keep a clean sheet. We are, Ben. Hope you're sizing up. Son. Hope you're sizing up. And if Ben does that, Ben will be putting the description in the description of the video a link to his. He's running the marathon in April, and Manchester Marathon, I think. And so she's doing it for Alzheimer's, epilepsy charity. So and I want all you to donate on that, please. Thank you. So I'm just texting you most offensive. Ref's the most offensive word you can think of. Every time I see Pablo, I wonder if there isn't a box crashing midfielder in him. Bit like, yes, I think so. He doesn't seem to be the centre forward. And he got Teddy in 13 for Gil Vicente before signing for us, but he looks like a really awkward fucking player. And I think you're probably right. I think maybe there is a player we can maybe, you'd assume this would be in the plan. Maybe, I don't know. Get your tits out for the lads, says Trodge. Let's see. Ball comes over. Good tackle by Protz. Great. And that's what I like about the academy players. They love a sliding tackle. If you watch the academy, they all love a sliding tackle, and so does Freddie. Troy for Jimmy, maybe, or maybe Bowen, maybe. Give him a rest. Well, we've only got 5 minutes left. Old school. It's indeed, big throw on. But it is a bit old school now. Football's changed in terms of this year. It's more about possession. You see how many, like Brentford, kick it off into the corners, like a finding touch, like in rugby. We've started to do that, I've seen, in a couple of our times as well. Should you shoulder check from behind now? I don't know. Twice has been slammed in the back, side to side. Good tackle. Bet Potts reacting like he got ding it. But most long throws are illegal. Watch they push the ball with one hand. Yep. Told you. Apparently you can. Let's put Traore. Ref didn't see him punch in the air. What did my brother just say? You're going to have to dust off the... Yep. My brother just texted me, you're going to have to dust off the lip up fatty track for Man United with the new tatty chant, as we know. See, Pablo there, he's got the ball and he's not the quickest. He's not the slowest. He just sort of holds it up. A striker may have taken that forward and really gone for it. West Ham seem to be trying to go through the motions a little bit now. Anyway. Is the Cadella fee including add-ons or 1 million? Yeah, I believe it's 1 million plus add-ons, but a lot of add-ons. A lot of add-ons. I mean, I think with Gid, he's probably found his level. No disrespect to Gid, but I think he probably is League One Championship player. And it was always, the loan was always with an obligation or with a decent option to spend, and the obligation was very small. Slow as I know. That's what I mean. Some people rave him, and I think I'm just not won over by him yet. I'll be honest. I'm just not won over by him just yet. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It was wasn't it $250,000 like a year ago or 9 months, and they sold them to us for 20 odd million. Just think there's a little bit. Still don't think it's something dodgy about that one. I just haven't been one. I think Anton really likes him. I think he's awkward. I think if you play him, I know he's A20. I agree, GP, but I just think for 20 odd million quid, I just don't see the value in him yet. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, he's improving. Yeah, he's what I like indeed. He's made some excellent runs. He has. I just find him awkward. I don't find him particularly quick. I don't find him particularly clinical. But as I said, he's probably learning the. I don't find him particularly fit either. He does sort of tend to. Why has my internet gone down? Lovely, thank you so much, internet. That's exactly what I want to do. Let me just press this button. Bloody peacock. Yeah, I just not. Yeah, I just haven't really won over. Yeah, I haven't won over him yet. But there's time. There's time. Good luck to the lad. Retry. Let's do that for a bit. Yeah, maybe potentially, but we didn't buy him as a thing, did we? We bought him as a striker, really, and we didn't buy it. But a few minutes left. Let me just get this going again. A few minutes left. My brother says a proper brown envelope signing. You get the feeling this is how we close the game off. Not with Kill in the back five. Yeah, I agree. And I thought actually we did the thing at the right time. We brought the right players on at the right time. England are 10-0 up after 9 minutes. They're playing Wales at Twickenham. Arundel scored with Ford getting the penalty, which was great to see. Why has that gone down? There we go. Look how long it's taken someone to get good. Shush, needs a second season. Yeah, you're probably right. Why has my internet gone down? Come on. Doesn't matter. As I said, not long left until the end of the game. And as I said, join us with Anton afterwards. Nice little ball there from Bowen. I thought that was a foul. I thought Crescencio basically long pass. It was good. 5 minutes added time. 5 minutes added time. And as I said, then I believe Anton is doing the review show, although I haven't seen him yet. But we'll see. I'll check in a minute. Let me just get my Peacock back up. I said the other night, players often come from Portugal after obviously a drop off when it comes to Jules. Given I think he's done all right. Yeah. Troj, some have had enough now. So would you? I mean, you're right. I mean, Mads has now had 2 clean sheets. He's had 2 clean sheets. Does a lot of that pushing like that in D's. Troy does look like he's coming on for the last little bit. Everton 2. Let's have a look at the quicks. Everton 2, Arsenal 2 up. Looking all right now. I think they're going to be just bringing on players now just to try and tie up now. I think we're just going to double change. Kyle Walker-Peters and Traore come on for Bowen and Crescencio Somerville. Good substitutions, I think. Right, where's Somerville's one? Bowen for Kyle Walker-Peters. Oh, maybe Traore. Put him on Traore. Put him outside. Where's Adama? Joe likes Adama. Joe likes Adama. Adama, Traore, and Kyle Walker-Peters on for some. Well, yeah, kind of. I'll just put KWP on. Bit lazy now, literally. Not long to go. Tom made a good point. It's been way too flappy for a comfortable win today, and I really agree with that. Really agree. It's been a really flappy game, particularly from Hermansen. So let's take that. No. Make it a lacy one, please, Ben. Best subs News made so far. Let's hope so, Lauren. Congratulations on winning the book as well. Very good to see. As I said, if you send us your postal address after the game to westhamnetwork@gmail.com, we'll get that in the post to you. Man of the match, Fernandez, I would say maybe. I think Somerville's had a great game. He's had a decent game, but I thought Fernandez for me, another strong performance. Why is that not working? It's all gone down the way. Pablo, nice little skill there. Man of the match for the goal. Fernandez for me. I think Fernandez for me. I just think he's really controlled that midfield, apart from probably about a 10-minute gap when they were really sort of pushing the envelope, really. And then actually we did a decent, rather than bring on Kilman, we brought on Potts, that extra midfielder just gave us that extra bit. I mean, look, they're streaming out now. Burnley have crossed from the right, comfortable for Mads. I think he's pretty much... Simon says, I haven't seen much personality, but I'm 6 pints in. Oh, dear. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done nothing wrong. You're totally right. Jimmy Cost, I know. Sorry, mate. I do apologise. Only worry is we can't finish a game off. Mads clean sheets. What are they indeed? Some of them man of matches trudge. Yeah, I think for me, I think Fernandez. I think he's played well. I mean, sort of not much is happening, but I do agree, GP. We should have We should have gone out, got the third goal, and made this a lot easier than we should have done, in all honesty. But look, it is done now, all but in the final seconds. Not really much is happening, really, to be fair. But so I'm just chatting with you guys now, enough. Couple of fouls either side, as I said, in the last minute, last few seconds of the game. And as I said, go and watch Anton. He'll be doing the watch. I think he's doing the thing now. Let's have a look. Yep, he's doing the highlight show now. So what we'll do is once this is finished, which is all but finishing, is we'll then be going. I'll basically close this stream, but stay there because then we'll go straight over to Anton. You don't need to do nothing, and I'll probably join for a second or so, and then I've got to go and sort stuff out. But yes, a win and a clean sheet. And a clean sheet. We are the winners. Victory is in our hands. And as I said, I pressed the wrong button, but that matter. A victory. We've kept a clean sheet indeed. Ben is doing the next thing in his wife's bra. What a time to be alive. As I said, I'm going to close this stream down. If you go over to stay there, you'll automatically be taken over to see Anton, and I'll be joining them in a minute. So thanks for joining us. If you give this a like or a comment or a share afterwards, much appreciated. And I will see you very, very soon. Very, very soon. Very, very soon. Take care. Much love. Peace out, mofos.